So last time on Sands of Doom, you guys had already made your way through the Temple of Akutal. You had got to Rumble Tomeseeker, and he had expressed interest that a ritual seems to be undergoing in the room next to you, and you need to deal with that. You had gotten a decent, good bit of progress in Andrazul, the gargoyle that was present there, but still hadn't stopped the ritual from happening. Snakes had flooded the room, and ultimately you needed to deal with a lot of things, but ultimately try to stop Drazul from continuing the ritual. You eventually did, and it wasn't quick enough, but you had a bit of time left over as Militia showed up and expressed interest that you absolutely need to leave. That something bad is happening and you need to leave. And even at the behest of the previous warning from the prophet, essentially, of the cult member that you had rescued before going in, saying if you were faced with a choice to either leave or stay, you should stay, you all decided to follow Militia outside of the temple using the sewers as a guide. You'd gotten a little bit more information from her as well about the Emerald Hourglass itself, as well as the fact of what it could possibly be, how it could possibly be recharged as it is inert, and a little bit more information on Militia herself, as well as she got a bit more context on why you're here and what you're doing. Upon breaking your way to the surface, you met up with Indrieli, and you all kind of reconvened, figured out exactly what you wanted to do. You found that the orcs are going to be making their way back to Agrilla on their own, seeming that, the thing that they have asked you to do is done. And you have been presented with yet another choice. You could either rotate back south and west through the wasteland, but ultimately you decided that you wanted to head more northward into the Dustwind Butts and to just get out of the wasteland to a point where you could fully rest and recuperate. With Callista and Varguk as your guide, you were able to make brilliant time, and you are slowly making your way back into Al-Karat. What would you like to do?
How many days have gone by?
Let's see.
Throw my dice.
It would be 2.5.
Okay. That. And I am in the third day. Fantastic. That's gonna be funny. Season number 2 is summer.
Do you know what 3 and 10 is?
Let's...
Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, are you gonna guess? Oh.
It's alphabetical. I was... You said 3 and 10?
Oh no.
I was definitely wrong with Arcana.
These are for my lost skills.
Is it perception?
No.
Oh, medicine. Oh.
Ha!
So you do not have proficiency in Arcana or medicine. You actually have negative proficiency and you roll with disadvantage. Okay.
Ooh.
I think this flaw is worth 2 feats.
That's literally the worst possible roll I think I could get, because it's the only 2
things that you're trying to be useful in.
But thankfully, with what's going on, I think that'll be okay.
Because it's just for the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. At
So it
dawn
changes
tomorrow, it'll re-roll again.
That's pretty cool.
So should I make a couple of con saves for my flaw to see if I even get long rest between these?
I know the first one you did. You succeeded and you got the benefits of a long rest. I
Oh, that's right. I have to make one more.
was about to say, I would say, okay. Your flaw doesn't have anything to do with being in the wasteland, correct?
No, it is
It is just
specifically
perpetual.
just
Okay.
every long rest.
Yes, so go ahead and roll those, because if you suffer a failure on both of them, you do have a chance to suffer a point of exhaustion.
Okay, 18,
Success?
17. We're good.
Success. The spear has been quiet.
Thank God.
Little bitch.
I don't know if that's more terrifying or not, that we just dealt with that and the spear is quiet.
That's probably, you would get the feeling that might be why it's quiet.
Fair.
Like, you've kind of progressed a little bit. It's like, alright, we'll give you a break. But if you dally for too long, then we're getting some issues.
So are we back in Al Kharat now?
You are making your way back to the Jeweled City. Yes, you see it just over the distance.
Or I'm assuming following the path through the buttes by the river.
Correct.
Okay.
You're more following the river rather than the path, because you're on the south side of the river.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Is there a way?
Wait, is this map backwards?
Yeah.
Is the top the south and then the bottom the north?
No.
No,
Oh.
We're basically
We are heading south.
to El Kharat.
to the north end of the city.
That is the path that you took.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought. But when you
Yeah.
said south, I was like, how is that possible?
Yeah, because then you'd be on the north of the river. If you're following the
Yeah.
path that's there.
All right. Now I understand what.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. I understand where you also were. So you're okay. Alright. But nonetheless. Rumbled also had gone with you. Being guarded by Andrieli and the rest of you guys as well, as you made your way through the dust and butts. Or buttes. I guess it's probably the the way to pronounce that.
Could be butts if we want it to be.
So, when you make your way back into El Kharat, you are expected to pay, but you nonetheless showcase your badges of authority and they let you in. Callista expresses just a little bit of disdain, the fact that she still has to pay the gold piece.
Aww.
Frederick covers her.
It's fine, I've got it. You don't go anywhere outside of the city without a few of them, at least. I heavily recommend you return that to, the Sultana.
That is also fair.
Because you have... She looks around briefly for a moment, making sure that no one else is present to hear an airship to catch.
Yes, we should get there.
How do you?
How do I know?
Yeah. I don't remember telling you.
It's not unheard of. And also, I do work very closely with the Sultana.
Fair enough.
When I told her I was heading out to assist you, she basically told me to keep the timetable.
Ah.
And also, there are further expeditions that are making their way there to hopefully assist with some of the extraneous odds and ends. And with so few adventurers left in the city, the Sultana has asked me to guard the next wave, so as to keep these merchants safe.
Mhm.
So, I'll also just make mention, because it seems that we've been mostly fighting skeletons. And I did vaguely hear from the orcs what you did for them. Just be careful about mummies. Don't let them touch you. If you can help it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just shame of fighting skeletons too. Not much of a fight.
Yeah,
It's
they
kinda-
kind of. Yeah. Just clatter into
It-
pieces.
They clatter into. It's no fun. I will say now. Seth's hair, is. I am not gonna call it blood red, but it is a very, very bright red. With, green tips.
Alright. But I have to get to it. Good luck, you all.
Pleasure.
Yes. I shall see you around, hopefully.
Hopefully not on a field of battle.
Yes.
I mean, unless we're working together, then hopefully.
I was about to say, just don't find your way on the opposite end of the Sultana, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in the plan currently.
That could be an interesting challenge.
No, let's keep that out of the
they-
plan.
They look over, I can't remember how to pronounce names, and that pisses me off. What the fuck? We're literally talking with them. Why can't I remember her name? With a
Callista?
K. Callista, thank you. I was gonna say Katrina, and I'm like, no, that's a hurricane.
I mean, she is
They
a whirling
look-
dervish with battle axes.
That's
I
true.
guess that's fair. They look over at Callista. There's a bit of a shit-eating grin on their face. They're completely just like shooting the shit about that.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, they look over. They just grin. That was a joke. That was probably not a great joke, but it was a joke.
You're fine. I definitely took it as one.
Good.
Just do what needs to be done.
Oh yeah, of course.
You guys definitely know what you're doing, and you're definitely capable. The expedition will be glad to have you.
Yes.
Alright. She will kind of clap you on the shoulder. She'll also do the same to Verguk. Good luck. And then she'll walk
Good luck
off.
for you as well. She's nice.
Yes. Very nice.
Wonder how she'll be in 50 years. Just to have that fiery attitude of hers.
Frederick's just like, he just turns to you with the most incredulous look, just, huh?
But what? I'm an
There-
elf.
It's just, I understand that. That was just very out of left field.
Hmm. Maybe. What, was that a racist? Did I just...
I think
I've missed how
it would do
blunt
you
you are.
well. I think it would do you well to consider a little more that not everyone has a lifespan as long as yours.
I guess that's fair. To be fair, I'm only a quarter of the way through mine.
Frederick solemnly looking at the ground.
So I
Anywho.
don't think I'm quite there myself, but
Let us let's go to the Sultana, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I will make note, by the way, Frederick's spear has transformed into a halberd. He doesn't
Ooh.
seem to have... If he's noticed, he doesn't seem to pay it any mind.
Interesting. Your stick changed.
Hmm? He just,
Stick.
like, looks down at the blade at the end of it. Yeah, This is gonna sound weird. But I kept thinking when we were traveling through the desert that I'd like something with a little more power. And one morning when we woke up, it kinda just did this.
A magically bound or a magically controlled weapon of some description doing weird things. When you think about it, yeah, it feels eerily familiar. Not quite the same, but
So
that's not that weird to me.
What is it? A bound weapon then? Change its shape.
It keeps returning to him. Mine keeps
It
returning
does.
to me, just in a different way.
I mean, his returns in a way that looks like a weapon of returning. Which is an actual thing.
You know what's terrifying? It still feels just as light. It has the same thrown distance as a spear.
Interesting.
Interesting. I mean, it doesn't matter. Your weapons are still inferior to mine. But
See, alright, you say that, but could you catch something between the eyes from 20 feet away?
technically, I can teleport.
This one doesn't understand why you brag about weapons. It's crazy that you guys survive without your natural instincts and weapons.
Oh, believe
Yet
me,
you
if I
managed to
could,
build
I.
this.
I don't think there's
Believe
anything
me.
natural about my instincts.
Yeah, so if
I'm
I had
just gonna
if I had
be
the
real.
chance to leave this behind, I would. I'd have left this behind years ago.
Sleep, your camera has died, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed.
It would be a really funny pose, though.
Mine's just
Oh,
loading.
mine is just a failed to start camera screen. This is so sad.
He's just
Yep.
Damn.
doing that.
Well, I mean, I guess that's fair. Anywho, shall we get going then, and we can brag later.
We should probably get an audience with the Sultana, shouldn't we? And let her know
Yes.
After you.
that. After me?
We-
Oh, no.
Parted ways with Rumpel, Tome,
No.
Skin.
Because
So
he's following with you to this. Like the whole reason why you're going on the Skylark is so you can get him to the expedition before it leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just making sure he's still with us.
Oh, yeah, he's
listening
still with
to,
you.
Yeah, he's had this entire conversation.
Yep, he's just being relatively patient with nothing interesting around him.
Yes. So let's make our way.
Yes. And you, they will point to Rumbleton.
Mm.
Would love to exchange research notes with you at some point.
That would be very fantastic. I look forward to seeing what you end up uncovering. You are a very fresh mind.
That I am. They will make their way to the Sultana.
Boys,
Steph kind of gets what he's saying. He's young for an elf.
fair.
Like, I think technically 250 is about when an elf is considered an adult by other elves.
Yeah, it's about 200.
About 200. So he's Seth is like a young adult effectively. He would be they would be the equivalent of someone who's like 23.
Essentially, I've always found it easiest to add a 0 to the end of our like decrees. That's where elves are. So like,
Yep. They're about a
210
25-year-old.
would be a 21-year-old.
Yep. So they're about 25 in human
Yeah.
terms.
It's still making Frederick feel old.
Yes.
Old. Anywho. Let's get going.
So you guys easily make your way over to the Sultana, to the palace. And the first thing you are greeted with is a couple of guards. But then, at immediately seeing that you have been here before, that you easily are able to show your badges, they let you in. The first person you are greeted with again is Morgiana. And she kind of like tilts her head aside for a moment. You've succeeded already.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Wait here. Do you still have the fine clothes for presentation?
Assuming we kept.
Arguk starts rummaging in his bag and pulls out a very interesting and very lavish set of clothes and jewelry.
Varduk wasn't with us the
Uh-huh.
first time we.
Yeah.
He has his own.
Yeah.
Yes, you are deducing correctly. He has his own. He was prepared for this.
Also, at the table, I did not realize that that was a thing we were given before.
Well, because I think we gave them back. Yes.
No, they were yours to keep. I will
Well,
say
yeah,
though,
yeah.
Indrieli, you were seen as formal enough.
Oh, just by being it paladin in armor, yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Paladin.
That would
Yes.
explain why I haven't noted anything down.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Please don't be stabbed by a dagger. They were not stabbed by a dagger. Aha!
Well, you go change, and put that on. I'm gonna go let the Sultana know, and the Vizier also know that you are back with the Professor.
Yes.
Fantastic. And she will hurriedly make her way back down the hallway.
And Seth will immediately run to a changing room and change.
There would definitely be, I think, like maybe 2 rooms off to the side that you could utilize.
Yeah, they'd use one. Okay.
Light silks, a little bit more formal attire there. What does Vargux look like?
So it's going to roughly. I have it right. This is the female version, unfortunately, but this is going to be as close as I think we're going to get on short notice.
No worries.
So roughly the same
Oh,
color,
okay.
get a little bit of gold. Only it's a male version, and he pretty much doesn't have the arm sleeves. Right, those are bare, but he has effectively that gold piece around his neck, kind of like a gold belt that roughly sits where the hips should be, and then he has black covering, and then he also has jewelry hanging over that.
Okay. Alright. Nonetheless, you guys take a moment to
Can I
get
say
change. Go ahead.
Can I say something dumb about Seth's attire?
Sure.
The bottom half of Seth's attire is definitely from like a suit. The top half is almost like a blouse.
A little bit more like silk blouse, like more
Yeah.
billowy and flowy.
Yeah, effectively. Because they couldn't tell which one they are.
That's funny. Okay.
Well,
So, with that being said, after a little bit of time, give or take about 3 or 4 minutes, she does come back. A little, I don't want to say disheveled, because she's never disheveled, but she's just been moving a lot. So she's kind of like, okay, the Sultana will see you now. And as you approach, you are greeted with yet again the same visage as she is lounged up on her. It's not really a throne, it is more of just like a cushioned pillow, smoking a hookah. The room in here, you can see the haze almost kind of like just above your eyes as everything is floating to the surface. She is very, gently dismisses the entourage that she has surrounded herself with. The vizier is still at close end. And as you all walk in, Rumbled takes a single step forward and gets down on one knee and bows.
that will.
Well done. It's good to see that I have hired people who can follow instructions and get things done. So, with that being said, I am of my word. You may petition me for one boon, if you wish. As well as I will be getting my services ready for the Skylark to depart on the morning tomorrow.
We
So
get
the
one
two
good-
people in front are who again?
That would be Rumbled, and I believe Sephric said they would step forward.
They stepped forward and kneeled next.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you.
Seth would remember if it was we each get a
Yes.
petition or okay.
You can each petition her for one favor.
I wish I remembered about this. Or, like, thought about it prior.
I'm just trying to think of how Frederick would word his.
Was there previously any guidance or examples of boons that could be given?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay. History check.
I do have
That's something I was
proficiency in
fearful of.
history.
So you could give him
It's my
advantage.
only remaining skill.
Yeah.
I have.
So would you like to give me help for a advantage or no?
What is your history? What's
That's
like,
plus
what
6 right now.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Nice.
Would Seth be able to roll a history check as well? Or...
Yeah.
Yay. Ooh. 15 for Seth.
Okay. The 20. So the 15, other things that she has been able to grant are, I don't want to say small. Like, in context of what you guys have now, it would be considered small, but round about, like, 250 gold worth of either hard material objects or being able to kind of, with purchasing power, if she has to spend gold. But if you can leverage her political gains, that goes much further. For instance, she bought out a contract for a slave that was just under 1,000 pieces. 1,000 gold pieces, by leveraging her political power. And then also for Varguk, you would be aware that the more it lines in favor of what she can do, the more, I guess, purchasing power she kind of has. The most expensive thing you are fully aware of is that she was able to send a convoy worth probably, I want to say probably about close to 3,000 gold pieces to assist a settlement in Agrilla.
Oh.
So the more
I
you
also be
lean
aware of
toward
that?
political,
Or is
yeah,
that-
yeah, because you're assisting him. But like the more that you lean toward her political engagements and what she can do in that facet, the much further it goes. But if you're just asking like, we want gold pieces, we want items, then it's pretty limited.
Mm-hmm. So, okay.
Would it be unwise to ask for a camel or some sort of animal of
Beasts of burden, stuff like that. Yeah, no. If that's something you want and you want to be able to be forced to take care of it and spend money on it in shelter and all that other stuff as you travel across the world, by all means, go for it. That would be relatively cheap. She could probably give you 10.
10 camels? That's
If
kind of
that's
crazy.
if that's what you've asked for, yeah.
Make our own damn convoy.
So is everyone actively thinking about this boon, or is anyone stepping forward to ask theirs first?
Frederick would probably be the first to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know how he would phrase this.
Okay.
As he would step forward, just there is one thing that I want, but is there any way I can ask you this privately?
I would have you speak with my vizier in that instance.
I can work with that.
Understood. I'll also be honest, I'm not typically waiting for people to ask their favors. It's usually something that instinctual or that they've thought about.
We have been a little busy.
And I do appreciate it. As I do appreciate the genuine thought you seem to be putting into these. Tell you what. This favor will extend until you leave in the morning. You are free to come back here at any point if you wish to. As long as Morgiana is available.
I think that is amendable.
What is the official terminology when speaking with, I guess, royalty in this?
She is the
Is it-
Sultana.
So it would always be referred as Sultana, not Her
Correct.
Majesty or anything?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we probably
She's-
also relate to Vargok that she explicitly does not like being called Your Majesty.
Yes. She is not a queen. She is not a ruler. She is effectively a merchant princess, for lack of a better word. So,
Got it.
Sultana.
Thank you for your graciousness, Sultan. I think it would be helpful to mull this over. I understand that I was not a member of this group originally. My name is Vargok Cesar. I am one of the scouts of a previous voyage into the wastes. I have a lot of experience there, and I have joined this group to assist their exploits as it involves the wastes.
Hmm.
And with your permission, I would ask, am I included in this boon you offer? I have assisted in this endeavor, but I understand that the original agreement was not with me.
I will leave that to your companions that you seem to keep. And it seems that you and I are not too dissimilar in our positions of power.
I was indeed born with a genuine worthwhile birthright. And he smiles at the Sultan.
It has been a while since I have heard the name, but I remember it fondly. We have helped each other in past, and it's glad to see that it is continuing in the future.
Thank you, Sultan. Anyone who has been in a higher court or anything like that in the party would recognize that Vargok seems to have shifted from a very lizardman kind of way of being to the very rigid and formal court bearing that you would expect from someone who spent years doing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If that is the case, as I've mentioned, it will continue to hold until you depart for the Skylark, after which I presume the expedition will take weeks.
That it will, Sultan. That it will.
So, do you think about what you wish for? As for you, and she points over, or like gestures genuinely to Frederick. Fessia. He nods, and he will walk deliberately past you into a separate area.
I'm guessing he's being cued to follow.
Yes.
Yeah, you would follow.
As for the rest of you, enjoy your time here in Al-Karat for the remaining of the day. Get some good rest. And be back here after the sun is up. The Skylark should be ready by then. She leans back, kind of gets in a little bit more relaxed position, and starts smoking the hookah. Okay.
Vargok kind of does a small bow and then starts heading for the door. And just kind of waiting for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Zeph will go to the door.
Okay.
Yeah, Julie will turn.
I'm actually going to take a second to get some water real quick.
Okay.
But to be fair, the second that they were dismissed, and Julie would have turned and walked out.
Yeah.
Chief would have been the first one out.
Okay. And then Asinius.
I would have followed behind Andrali.
Okay. Understood. As you make your way back into the central area, Morgiana actually pulls Rumbled slightly to the side. You are to wait here in the panels, as you will need to be the first person aboard the Skylark to be entered into the VIP area. We need to ensure your protection. Okay. I think I can do that. Appreciate it, miss. And she will kind of gently bow to you all. Feel free to keep everything that you need, and if you do need to come back here before the morning, just find me. I will let you speak with the Sultana. And she will nod, let you be dismissed, and she will walk rumbled away.
Real quick. Before you
Yes.
leave, we aren't getting in the VIP area, are we?
Unfortunately, it is not very large. And she already has another VIP that is required.
Or perhaps I need to exchange positions. Oh,
Alright.
What time is it?
Right now, you are looking just past noon, probably about 2 o'clock.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
As you all are walking rather out of the palace as well, the Vizier takes Frederick off to the side to a small, it almost looks like a confessional. Like it is kind of its own separate room. There are a couple of lavishly decorated chairs and tables. But nonetheless, the Vizier does not sit.
I don't think Frederick would either, to be honest. Alright. So, I take it you just need to know what I am asking?
Essentially, yes. I need to understand what you are petitioning the Sultana, so that way she can do what is needed.
This weapon on my back. It's attached somehow. I want it gone.
Do you mind?
He'll hand it over. It feels unwieldy in this person's hands.
Completely.
Yeah, no, like, mechanically, this person would have disadvantage right now if they were to try to use it, even if they were proficient.
So he kind of takes it, it's like completely off-weighted. He has to like readjust his hands.
It's like, yeah, it's like super heavy to them.
You will cast Identify. While it does not appear to be cursed, he hands it back to you.
It would probably be at around that point that he would notice that there are what I can really only describe as spectral mummy wrappings that are connected from the spear to him. And as he's even looking at these wrappings, I would give that a second thought.
Allow me to reiterate. It does not appear to be cursed in a way that can be removed.
That's unfortunate.
If you would like, I believe that this goes beyond what the Sultana is capable of directly affecting. But she could use her power to search for answers.
That's what I was gonna ask, if you weren't able to remove it, which I was fairly sure you wouldn't be able to.
If that is what you wish, I shall deliver it to her.
If I can't get rid of it, I may as well try to understand it.
Very well. I have a good understanding of what it is. See to it done.
Anything you can tell me now?
Other than, to me it is mundane, but it very clearly is not.
It is definitely not. Well, I thank you for hearing me out.
Of course.
Frederick will very brazenly start walking out.
Okay. He will make his way back to the Sultana to deliver the news. And Indrieli is waiting for you as you return in the lobby.
He's as he's stepping out, he clearly doesn't look too happy.
Didn't get what you wanted, I'm guessing.
Apparently there are some things even someone that powerful can't deal with.
Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I'd like to
Shall we?
use my fell attunement on Andrelli.
Ooh.
Oh.
What does that do, out of curiosity? Oh boy. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Aberration, fiends, shapechangers, or undead.
I can also sense curses.
Mm-hmm.
Cade may disagree with me here. Technically speaking, I don't believe there is a curse here.
There's not.
Oh, noted. Because that's the main thing he was checking. The way you said that, he thought you were under a curse of some kind.
No. No, it might as well be, but it's not.
Understood. That's going to be surprising to him.
Just a very, very inconvenient blessing.
Is there anything else you would get from that, then? Because I didn't realize. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I would argue shapechanger, but I don't think it fits in
Yeah,
like the way
'cause-
that the spell would identify.
Yeah.
I will say this. As you kind of put your feelers out there, Indrieli is an enigma. It is something that is not normal, but it is not abnormal enough to register with what you are trying to do. It is not clear. It is almost as if, like, normally when you would use this, you would ping out and it would be a color. She is kind of a muddled brown. It is like a kaleidoscope of things. Nothing too particular that you can pull or make out. There is definitely something, but the spell does, your feature does not hone in on what it could be.
So, after just a couple seconds of Frederick looking at you and saying nothing, we are just two sides of the same coin, aren't we?
Yes. From what I've gathered going on with you, I wouldn't be surprised.
I will say this. Her hammer pings in the same way that your spear does. It is not a curse, but it is a very inconvenient blessing.
At that point, he will point to your hammer, just, At least tell me yours doesn't talk to you.
If this one talked to me, then it might have done many years ago, but that was back when it was being a trickster. It's too busy dealing with being petty now. You probably would also gather from that it's not the... She's not necessarily referring to the hammer in that, when she's saying it.
At that point, he definitely would let out a chuckle, just... Tell you what, Andrelli, drinks on me.
And the next one will be on me.
Okay. As you all leave, the summer sun, the desert sun beating down immediately from the internal there where it is slightly colder due to the stonework structure. You have the rest of the day to yourself in Al-Kirat. What would you like to do?
I don't think if there's any supplies we'll want going on this expedition.
Health potions might be of use.
We'll probably want to stock up
Yeah.
on supplies.
Yeah. Regardless of all the healing Andrelli has access to,
Mhm.
just potions are always valuable.
I will also, just for a little bit of clarification, let you guys know that you are taking an airship over the wasteland to where the expedition is supposed to take off from Kunitin Keep to the Great Pyramid.
Yeah.
So you will be traveling with a caravan, so you should not need to bring your own resources unless you intend to go outside of the caravan.
Yeah.
But that is up to you.
I only
Mhm.
have 25 gold.
Well, luckily we have an entire party loot that I forgot to double check the amount we had in there.
Dear Jesus.
Okay, because we spent a bit before, and but I need to double check to see if we actually, because we didn't copy the loot table, the loot thing properly over. I need to go back through the videos and check. That was on me for not doing that.
Oh, you're good. It's also on me for fucking deleting the damn game before transferring that over.
That's alright. But yeah, I can get rid of the Bone of Great Axe because we don't have that anymore. But yeah, I mean, unless we're just willing to just go say that we've got maybe 4,760 gold. We go with that. Then
that sounds about correct, especially with all the magic items you sold.
Yeah. I mean, find anything? I just double check. We didn't
There
find
we
any
go.
value in the previous area, like in the temple.
Apart from the Emerald Hourglass and the chunk of amber that was imbued into Drazul being worth a little bit more, specifically 300 gold, as opposed to the 50 gold amber chunks that you've been finding. You did not find anything else in the temple.
Frederick specifically would have held on to that amber.
Okay.
Yes, I had a feeling. Most of the amber and stuff is just with Frederick, but let's call it Drazul amber. Is it Drazul?
Drazul, yes.
Yeah, cool. Don't believe outside of gold, which we were assuming is kind of staying in the bag of holding. I don't think there's anything else going in there.
And I believe you sold everything else, or at least a good chunk of everything else.
There's the dagger, which I know Varuk has, so I don't need to necessarily keep that in the loot. Varuk, sorry. Yeah, we've got 4,000 gold for supplies, basically.
Do we know how much is being supplied for us, or are we doing this on our own?
So a decent chunk is being... Yeah, sorry. I was saying a decent chunk. I'll let you go.
We're going to be in a caravan, so I'd assume we really don't need to worry about food and water. And even if we did, we have 30 rations on us.
Okay. I guess I just wanted to check what we knew we were going to have or would be available to us, so that way we could better prioritize our resources.
Out of curiosity, how much of a distance is it between the fort and the and this pyramid? Like, how much time are we going to spend traveling?
Yes, let me see.
So Varguk, being a wanderer of the wasteland, would he know that offhand, or would he at least have an estimate?
It is about 40 miles.
Oh, the pyramid isn't in the wasteland. I see.
What are you talking about? Oh, from the keep.
Yes, the keep is in the wasteland. Okay.
So the Kunikin Keep, though, is pretty darn far. That's several hundred miles.
Yes, you would be aware that Kunitin Keep was the Tieflings' first attempt at trying to tame the wasteland. They found an oasis and they protected it and built a settlement there. It is nowhere near as flourishing as Al-Karat because it, is in the wasteland.
Surprised I haven't tried that
Yeah.
with the Oasis of Zerai. Alright.
Yeah, because if we were going through the wasteland, I think Andrelli would have definitely suggested bringing extras just in case. But if we aren't, then...
Okay, there it is. So the journey to the pyramid will take about 3 days on foot.
Yeah. If we're with a caravan, then it should be okay.
When you're saying 3 days,
That's
that's
30
just
miles.
from the keep to the pyramid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're in Al-Karat.
You are
No one-
we're
unsure.
getting in-
I was about to say you are unsure how fast Skylark travels.
Yeah.
The airship travels.
Okay.
I assume that the airship provides
Yes,
us with what we need. So,
that is an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know? I'm also going to assume that the way we'll return is we'll go back to the keep and then get the airship back. Or would our return require us to go through the wasteland?
You are with an expedition to the Great Pyramid.
Yes.
So the
I mean,
expedition has
once-
to
once we've
return-
finished-
Yeah, the expedition has to return in
Yeah.
some way.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we know our return method.
Gotcha.
That was all.
It will not be with Skylark.
That's fine. It might genuinely be worth bringing extra resources just in case.
We can also pick up resources when we're there.
Also true, the Skylark may not carry everything we want to bring with us, so...
Oh, and I guess a gorilla is nearby, and we can always ask. Assuming our orc friends get there, we can ask them for assistance if we feel like we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's.
Well- Regardless, I would like some money to enhance my weapon.
What are you planning on?
Enhancing it.
Can you be more specific?
I want the blade to be sharper than ever.
Just looking at-
Assume
Sorry, it's like looking at the party loot and just the number of people. I think that's kind of split as like a 900 per person just at the moment.
Mhm. That's literally what Varguk was going to recommend. Like,
Yeah.
if we split the money equally, we can then give it to everyone, knowing their limits. They can get what they feel is necessary.
Here's another question. When we're flying over the wastes, are we still under the effects of the waste?
No.
Interesting. Implies we're going to be in contact with the sand.
Yes, Varguk, you would be vaguely aware of that. The species that can fly seem to have the wastes kind of maintained a little bit better, such as
They've been
harpies.
able to figure it.
What was Varduk's issues with heat and temperature at night and that sort of thing.
He is cold-blooded.
So what you saw with him at night is he wore something akin to cold weather clothing. So that's what the little cute little snake in a sweater there, and huddled close to the fire and ensured that he was in some sort of shelter at night.
Gotcha.
he needed
And
all three.
Yeah, so pretty much at night, Varguk would get very cold and very slow. Right to the point where, like, Varguk was, well, normally is fairly
Gotcha.
active, even quick.
I-
Was molasses slow.
Gotcha. I'm looking at the desert magical items in the Grand Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a Cloak of the Waste.
There is.
The cloak is enchanted to ensure you always remain at a comfortable temperature. Would that be worth getting for Varguk?
I mean, Varguk would love that because then he wouldn't have to wear his sweater all the time, and he could just have that.
Yes.
Do you believe Indrieli does have one of those as well?
You
It
have
also,
one of those?
Yeah, she
it
put one a
also
while ago.
gives you some pretty good benefits. Perception checks made to see you have disadvantage while in desert terrain, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide in desert terrain. In addition to always being at a comfortable temperature.
We're on the same page there.
Yeah, so I think this Indrieli got it to protect us, so she didn't have to worry about the negatives of heat being in heavy armor. I think, or is that a different thing?
That
I
might
think
be.
that was a different item.
It's equal
do
but
remember-
opposite.
Got it.
Because you're worried about the day side. It's
Oh, it's the night side. Yeah,
negative. It's on the night. It just gets super cold, and that is very bad for my character.
yeah. I need to find what it is.
I think you just have cold weather gear. Or heat. No, it wouldn't be cold weather gear.
No, that'd be the opposite of what's necessary.
Yes. There's so many magical items in this.
Yeah, I need to find out. 'Cause I swear I picked something up. It was like 50 gold or something. But now looking at my inventory, I'm like, why did I not write this down? What's wrong?
Speaking of, by the way, how much would an uncommon magic item be?
Uncommon magic item is between 50 to 500, so let me get a quick...
Because I have one in mind that I want that will be extremely helpful for me.
Gotcha, give me one quick second. Doo-ba-doo. Wah,
Don't see the
wah,
cloak.
wah, and wah.
Is it in one of the handouts, or where are you going to find that cloak?
Let me grab it for you.
Oh,
So
here.
it is at the bazaar.
I'm in that. So there's enchantments, enchanted items, unique magical items, and I just don't see the cloak.
Cloak of the Waste, there you go. I've shown it to everyone.
Thank
Yep.
you.
And then let me get your item cost. We're looking at uncommon. It would be 420.
Understood. I also kind of just realized that this item wouldn't help me, but I still want an uncommon item, so I'm going to keep looking.
Okay.
Can I get multiple enchantments on an item?
Only equal to the number of pluses that it has.
Oh, so
The
it's
It
Fine.
requires attunement, so it does take up an attunement slot, so that makes sense. That
Yes.
way it does cost you that. 'Cause I think that's Varguk's preference at this point.
Could
So-
you explain that?
So you can enchant an item by default with one of the enchantments from the bazaar. Once you get a plus 1, you can apply another enchant to it. Get a plus 2, you can
Okay.
apply another enchant to it. Get a plus 3, you can apply another enchant to it. Up to
Alright,
a
so if I
maximum
want to
of
get the
4.
+1 and magically sharpened, I could do that
Yes.
on my scimitar. Would you guys be willing to give me 200 extra gold? Or actually, 175 extra gold so I could do that?
Considering all I need, you know what? Just go ahead and take that from me, because I only need 400.
Okay.
Yeah, what I was going to ask if once people figure out what they're spending, just let me know the total cost, and I'll just deduct that overall from the party loot. But it's the try not to go over 900. But obviously,
Yeah.
if people are sharing,
He's-
then
And
Yeah.
so we said 420 for the Cloak of the Wastes, correct?
420. Okay, give me one moment. Let me get you another one. Uncommon. Yes, 420. I rolled the same
Laser.
table twice. Wow, that's interesting.
Oh, it's the magical item compendium. I was in the Grand Bazaar. Okay,
Mhm.
I see it. Thank you.
But more because
400.
you're now looking at these items in particular. I can show you the ones that are present. So let me do that real quickly for you.
Mhm. So pretty much just what if I have that, all I'll need is a fire and shelter. That way, everything that's my understanding. Or how severe, how easily is this handling that? There you go.
That maintains your heat. So you would no longer need the campfire.
Okay, right. So just shelter then
Mhm.
this would remove the cold weather gear and fire, and I would only need the shelter. Because there's three things that the waste says you potentially need. I'm just trying to make
Because-
sure
yeah,
we understand.
You're good. Because this requires attunement, I would say, yeah, it would capitalize on two of the things that you need.
2 of the 3. Okay, perfect.
Let me also show you this one. I'm just going through and I'm grabbing all the uncommon ones that you guys can technically find.
I'm still trying to figure out what I got. I'm asking about this.
So early on, you bought some cloak. 'cause
Yeah,
Your armor gave you a negative to being warm.
yeah.
Right? So you bought some
So
sort
it's
of.
the bit during the day where it says characters wearing medium or heavy armor during overland travel across the wasteland during the day must make a DC 10 Constitution save, and in the day's journey on the failure they gain a level of exhaustion. And I was wondering if there was a way to basically negate that. And I remember getting given a cloak, but I don't know if that's a custom thing that Kate's come up with or if the thing is actually here, because I can't find it in this list.
I know that's what
It's
I'm
only-
running into.
Because it was only 50 gold. That's the thing I seem to remember. It was really cheap.
Ba-de-dee-ba-doo.
I would like a bottle of endless sand. This item
already
just
had one.
looks like a funner version of
Oh, the
a chest that I filled with sand.
It is literally just the decanter of endless water reskinned or reflavored for sand, and I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment on it. This is a decanter of endless water, but it's sand. Anakin would hate this item.
The bottle of endless sand would run you 260 gold.
Oh, I don't want it.
Oh, it's suit. Scanius does though, doesn't he?
Yes, Viscinius would like a bottle of endless sand.
All the sand.
And then the rest of my 900 gold can either go to buying whatever potions or whatever we want, or other people's.
Okay, found it. It is not in your player primer, but it is in my DM PDF, the fucking 480-page PDF. For 50 gold, you can purchase essentially a thing that staves off the heat. It is not a magical item per se, but it negates
Got it.
the effects of heavy armor. It's just essentially a cost that you have to have.
Yeah, that's fine. I will just add that in. I'm just gonna call it like sunproof cloak.
Yeah, it is. It
Just so I know
is.
I've got
It is
it.
called a cloak of shade.
Cloak of Shade, that makes way more sense. Yeah, perfect. Just wanted to make sure I had that.
Did you subtract the 260 gold for the?
When people have figured out exactly what they want, just like type in the chat how much you spent, and then I'll deduct it all. Yeah, I'll deduct it all once we're finished, instead of doing like one small bit at a time. And yeah,
And then I'll do the calculator bits for you.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so Seth, you are purchasing the sharpened one and which one? The elemental?
I'm making my weapon a +1, and then I'm getting it magically sharpened.
So you're doing the 300 gold and then
800 gold.
the 800 for magically sharpened.
I am
so
paying
gotcha.
25 of my own. The last of my personal fund to do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And
That-
Seth
that
will not
final
let
cost.
you not let that happen.
I'll say that final cost doesn't include that.
That 25 gold that I spent for myself. I already removed that from my inventory.
Okay.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
So that is the gold coming out of the party.
Understood.
Yep.
God, that's insane. Yeah, you can.
And
do
I am a
that.
rogue.
Yeah, I'm. Trust me, I'm fully fucking aware. Okay.
I'm intrigued to know how on earth Indriel's weapon could be given a +1.
Reinforce it.
I mean, more in a mechanical sense of like what it does.
Turning it into a +1, or
As in, she would have to be the one to do it, wouldn't she? Because of how the weapon is.
technically no.
Ooh.
I think because it's essentially it wants you to be able to perform at your best, so this would be kind of helping you.
To be fair, I guess the other side of it would be if I'm within a certain. I guess actually no, because the trigger is within 15 feet, so Indreli would always have to be next to the person doing the enchantment. Actually, now I think about it,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
Which was you
No,
just
so it
need to
should be
stand there
fine.
for the full entire time that the mechanic is working on your car.
Yeah, genuinely, she'd have to do that. That's really funny. I like that. That's going to be really awkward for the person working on the weapon.
A little bit.
Also, Seth, as you hand this over for it to be enchanted and magically sharpened, it will take a bit. You'll be able to pick it up in the morning.
What?
It will take a bit. 8 hours for the first enchantment, and then another 12 for the second enchantment. We will work overnight. But
There is so much as a scratch on that thing.
you will not even be able to tell it was used in combat, sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Half of the gold provided up front, and half when you receive it.
They will give half now.
Understood?
Notably, both of their hands are now sitting on their daggers because they needed to, because they are specifically in summer mode, which is fight mode.
Yeah.
So they need to just have their daggers, and they're just like, it's okay, my babies. Thank you.
Okay.
Have we purchased any potions? Is it...
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because I'm going to grab some healing potions. However, I do see an interesting thing in here of Potion of Mana, and I'm very intrigued by this.
Let's see.
You gain spell slots from
Okay.
this potion.
Are the potion prices on there as is?
As is, yes.
Potion of healing 50 gold, potion of greater healing 150 gold.
Yes, those are as priced. So the potion of mana dictates when you drink this potion, you receive a combined level of spell slots equal to 1d4 plus 1. You cannot regain spell slots of 6th or higher using it, and you can only represent a mana potion once per long rest. So, minimum, you can get like either a 2nd level spell slot or 2 1st level spell slots. Maximum, you get up to 5. So, 1 5th level, or a 4 and a 1, or a 3 and a 2, or 2 2 1.
A reminder of how many of us have spell slots?
Nope.
I do not yet.
I was going to say, I think it's just you two, Frederick and Andrieli.
Yeah.
That can
Spell
cast spells.
slots.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Spell slots are for pussy. No.
There is an interesting aspect here, though.
Hmm.
I would say if Frederick were to consume a potion of mana, because he's a warlock, it would only regain one of his slots as packed magic. Because they're not actual spell slots. I know you have others, but if you were to regain a warlock, it would only be one, regardless of the number you rolled.
Gotcha. I only have one anyway. I'm a level 1 warlock.
Oh.
Whoa!
Noted. So bonus action, you could essentially take a long rest for your warlock spell slots, or short rest for your warlock spell slots.
I was gonna say still a short.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
wait, no, I was thinking of the. No, I still get 2 at 1st level, but
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm only 1st level anyway, so that's not the biggest deal. The primary thing I would worry about is my accursed spells.
So we have two, because Indrieli is a paladin or a cleric. I continue to forget this.
Paladin.
She's a paladin. So we have two half casters and then no casters.
Yeah.
I think that kind of solidified the. Well, at least one of the magic items I wanted to get.
Yeah, he's got filled with magic items and stuff.
I'm stuck between 3.
Okay.
Eldritch Claw Tattoo, Ring of Obscuring, and I don't know if this one would be allowed, so I may as well ask, Witherbloom Primer.
Ooh, I gotta double check that one. Because if I remember correctly...
I was gonna say, if that one's not allowed, I totally understand, because it's not technically just regular 5e.
Mm-hmm, it's Strixhaven. How is that uncommon?
Yeah, I know, right?
They're gonna make the magic school book have accessibly powerful magical items.
Silvery ball!
But no, genuinely, if you say no, I'm not gonna be heartbroken over it. I'll totally understand.
Because it requires attunement, I'm willing to roll for it. So let's see if they even have it at the bazaar.
Fair.
That is a 4. So that would be a no.
Okay.
Damn.
Then I won't worry about it. Honestly, at this point, it's narrowing down choices.
Yes. What was the other two?
Ring of Obscuring and Eldritch Claw Tattoo. The Eldritch Claw Tattoo is basically to buff up my weapon. The Ring of Obscuring is to try to not get hit.
Oh, Fog Cloud. Explorer's Guide to Wild Mount, so again, not technically official. Let's see if they even have it. At 93, they do have the Ring of Obscuring.
Alright, and I imagine they would have something from Tasha's.
Yes. Do.
All right. Varguk is done. It was 420 gold that he spent.
Understood. I'm still keeping track of the money here for you, Andrieli.
Shit.
And it was the Cloak of the Wastes that he bought, just in case anyone was wondering.
Okay.
Hmm.
So that's one of his slots filled.
So the way Eldritch Maul is described in Eldritch Claw Tattoo, if I were to throw my halberd, it wouldn't apply the extra force damage, yeah?
With the way that the Eldritch Claw...
There's
is-
Eldritch Maul at the very bottom of the Eldritch Claw Tattoo. The way it's worded, it sounds like if I were to throw my weapon, I wouldn't get the buff.
Let's see, as a bonus action, you can power tattoo for the duration each of your melee attacks. That is correct. It would not be a melee attack.
Okay, so I do get a reach of 15 feet, which is still really good. But if I've got something just outside of that range,
And
I need to throw
also,
it.
that is a 15-foot range for your opportunity attack, which means you pretty much won't be able to make normal opportunity attacks.
Correct.
Mm,
Bear in
Fuck,
mind
you're right.
that, yeah,
that was literally why I wanted the halberd in the first place, because that didn't have reach.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Ring of Obscuring it is.
Okay.
Thank you. I completely forgot that was... Like, 90% of my kit is that I want to do opportunity attacks.
Yeah,
and I want to
making
make
it
them...
a little difficult.
Yeah, and I want to make those as potent as possible. So, Ring of Obscuring, so minus 400.
So another 420, okay.
Oh, 420 then. So, minus 420 out of group loot there.
Okay. I've already got the Bottle of Endless Sand and the Potions of Healing. Anything else anyone is doing? You are currently at 2,525.
Annoyed that all of the armor and shield enhancements are so fucking expensive.
It's armor and shields.
I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, but
Yeah.
like,
No, I 100% understand.
By the way, is it a fighting style that you can use a bonus action and you basically get unlimited opportunity attacks? Or was
Yes.
that a fighter subclass?
That's
It's
no, it's a fighting
Unearthed
style.
Arcana. Yeah.
Oh, it's an
It's
honor
Tunnel
Yeah.
Fighter or something?
Tunnel, yep, tunnel fighting.
Well, I know what my level 4 is going to be.
Okay. I do allow that one. Yeah,
You do
I
allow-
do
oh,
allow
sick.
that one. Unearthed Arcana so far from
Because-
2014 has been okay. Apart from maybe a few.
Yeah. So when we hit our next level, I'll be hitting level 4 in Accursed, which means I got an ASI. So I'll be taking probably that.
Yes. Alright, so with the 25-25 taken out of the party loot, how much more do you guys have? Or how much do you have currently, I guess would be the better question.
I've still not spent anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
900. Let me check numbers in. So 2...
25-25.
25-25, so...
Oof. That means I don't think we have enough of what, based on what everyone spent already.
We have
40...
4,800 gold. We've only spent 2,525.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
let me
we've got
check.
plenty.
Oh, no, that's including what we spent. I thought that was an additional expense that you were checking.
No.
My bad. Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, you guys did not spend 5,500.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've still
thank
got...
goodness.
Spend. Oh, I've got no idea.
But
Alright,
you,
we
you
have
took that
40
from the requisite people, right? Because only some people have been spending lots of money.
We have 2235 left.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
I literally just wanted the one item.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'm just saying that it's like the spending has not been equal, so we just need to keep that in mind, just in case.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's been established that, again, we all given 900, and if we were going to give extra to someone, then they have. So technically, the extra that Seth has spent has come from Frederick, I believe.
Perfect.
Yes, I
Yeah.
I gave up 200 from my share.
Gotcha.
That being said, one serious blessing about this particular build here that I'm noticing, I don't need to worry about upgrading my weapon at all because it's all oriented around my class. So I can just take as many, like, not necessarily support, but I can take more utility items, which has been kind of fun to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can summon a fucking dust storm.
Is there
Okay,
a list
Aaron,
of
how does
spell
Sandstorm go
scrolls
again?
that are available, or is it just
It is the spell slot of the level.
gotcha?
So like, yeah, all spell scrolls exist as long as they're. I think looking at this, the level is like what, 1st to 5th on
Correct.
the sheet we're given. Yeah.
Vizier Rashad has been tasked with overseeing the regulation of magic in Elkarat and has banned the sale of spell scrolls of 6 or higher.
Yeah.
Also, Kate, I'm gonna shoot you a message right now because if I don't do it now, I will forget. It is
Okay.
technically irrelevant to this game, so don't worry about it, just so long as you read it at some point.
Vergook, if you want to get that basic item, 20 gold.
Okay. Not at this time, but yes. Okay, so then I'll think on that.
Okay. All right. Everyone good to go with their purchases?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm spending
Okay.
a very long time doing this.
The real question is, have people thought about what they're gonna ask the Sultana for?
Is there a private library?
A private library? Not really. There is a public, kind of like capability for you to read and look at some of the books that are present.
Okay. Mildly changes the perception.
doesn't need to want access to research notes because he's already going to trade with Rubble.
Would I have access to a list of like important people that I know about?
In the city? You have been here for a
in the
good bit.
region. Not necessarily specifically in the city, just like
I guess I'm having a hard time understanding. What do you mean, like, important people? What would you be?
like other people that have similar levels of authority to the Sultana.
You would be aware of them, but you would not have pull with them.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
do I know their names, like that sort of thing?
I'll be honest, I don't even know their names. They're not important enough
Okay.
in this.
Well, here, let me just tell you what I'm thinking.
Yes.
I wanted to ask the Sultana for a letter of introduction to somebody that I might be interested in speaking to, but I would like to know what people are available that I might be interested in creating a connection with. But,
I understand.
Of course.
Yeah, really the only people of import would be like a person who's in charge at Ogrilla, a person who's in charge in the Beastlands, or that would pretty much be it. Like, everything else is off the scope of what this adventure would do.
Gotcha.
But those could be possible. Because the Sultana mostly just influences those that are in, like, Al-Karat and immediately around that area. The Beastlands is more like a tribal grouping and collective, so there's not really any one particular person that she would have a lot of, like, you know, pull or lead with. Really the only one I can think of would be the leader of Ogrilla.
Gotcha. And do I know if she has some sort of pull with that? Or...
I don't know if she would have pull with it, but I think she could definitely, like, extend feelers and try to, like, say, this is a petition that I have as a Sultana, and if that is enough for you to accept this person into your gracious, then that would be enough.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Let me look at the price of that coin go for you.
It's 3,000.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the price of the base, and I believe what I understand for how adding things on top of things go, it's the price again. So it'd be 3,000, from my understanding.
Yeah, that would be a little bit beyond what she could do.
Yes. Yeah. Why is it this character? This is my biggest problem every time I've tried playing Adrelia in the past. Is everything I'm like, oh, I should get something to improve her. It's always armor, and armor is always stupidly fucking expensive.
Yeah, because the second
Okay,
you
I
start
get it.
increasing AC, it goes up to the next tier.
Yeah, it's like I get it, but oh god. Yeah.
So you want to do the second thing then?
I mean, It's the annoying thing if I do that, I feel like I'm then like, oh, if I want to go up to the next what I've said, then it just feels weirdly
Yeah, then you're
pointless.
set behind.
Yeah,
I would, if I were you, genuinely, I would wait.
yeah, I think I will. Which means Andrelli's getting nothing, which feels awful to me, but I'm so for me with her, it's always defensive items, and defensive items are always stupidly expensive in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing. It's the answer. I might grab a health potion or two, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll take 100 gold out. I'll grab 2 basic healing potions. And I also am conscious that I'm taking everyone's time, and I just want to move on, so I'm not feeling like I'm wasting time.
No, you're not wasting time.
No, not at all.
We've only done this for 15 minutes, not even.
Yeah, we haven't actually been here this long.
No,
Yeah, we
actually,
actually have
Ivan-
not
Ivan-
been-
I'm actually
Ivan's-
really impressed with that.
It's the I've been staring at stuff for so long, and everyone else feels like they've done. I'm like, oh god, I'm holding everyone up. I'm holding everyone
I
up.
get you.
Oh, you're fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably best to wait. So that's what I'll do. So I'll spend 100 gold on the on some healing potions.
God, even a +1 shield is 1,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh man, the armor's pretty expensive. Oh, I'll just go for a +1 shield. What the fuck?
No.
Unless people unless I'm allowed to ask for some extra, a little extra gold to get that. But the issue
I
for
think
me is
that's
Andrelli's
fine.
not always using it. I think that's
Right.
the biggest issue. She can't.
The
She only uses it
cost
like
versus
50% of the time.
usability.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
only using it 50% of the time. Is the biggest issue of this.
But when she does use it, she'll be that much more effective.
Yeah, but I guess at the same time, it also doesn't impact her ability to defend others in any way. Because that's when she's using the shield.
Fair.
Which is weird, but yeah. Because I know she can technically do interception without the shield on, but because she has a weapon that counts.
Yeah.
But
No, that is weird. I do
Yeah.
see your predicament.
yeah, a lot of the items here don't work in what I'm going for, which makes it really tricky to pick things out.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you can sort of see where I'm going for the other stuff. Where I'm like, oh, if I go for, I might say going for mithril armor, it means I can do stealth. I can be stealthy, which means I don't feel like I have to sit in the back and cause the problem of, if I want party to be okay, I have to stay back, and then by the time if combat starts, suddenly I have to sprint in, and that takes time and causes issues.
I mean, mithril is only uncommon.
Yes.
Yes, but it's still the price of the item, isn't it, to make it
Yes.
mithril?
So no, it's not. It's not the price of the item.
Oh,
It
it's
is
not
you
the
have
price
to
of the
have the item already.
And she just get plate then from her, out of curiosity.
Plate is 1,500
Or is that still outside?
gold.
I am
Yeah.
aware. I
That-
am aware.
That is a bit more than she can do. If it is just coin cost, she can go up to 250.
Oh, jeez, really?
Yeah,
She can do more with favor, though, right?
she can do more if you're leveraging her political power, where she doesn't have to spend coin.
I guess the request for leverage her political power so that the amount of coin that I spend is reduced.
Nah.
That's what I would be asking for.
You know
I
what?
would like the Sultana discount, please.
Actually,
Genuinely, that's kind of what I'd be asking for, I think. Because I know what I'm
Literally,
going for.
that's what Indrieli is asking. I would like
Yeah,
the Sultana discount.
Initially there was nothing, but now I'm staring at things and I'm like, actually, no, this would be really good, and yeah.
you know
Is
what?
there an honorary
yeah.
title or noble title that you can ask for?
No, she's not going to ask for any kinds of title. She's just going to ask for some kind of, hey, I'd like something for cheaper, please.
Now you're on to what Varguk is going to be asking for.
I'm going to roll a d10.
Okay.
This will be
That's
the
fine.
flat percentage discount. There is a chance for you to be able to get this for free.
Whew.
Come
on, baby, come on, baby.
Okay.
Move your camera. Can we move the camera to see the roll?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Minimum is 10%, maximum is 100%.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Let's go
You know
gambling.
what? I'm gonna use my fate dice for this one. This makes sense.
Let's go.
We get the box of doom dice.
Ah.
Box of Doom.
There's the
Come on, baby.
percentile.
Yeah,
this
you're
is also
doomed
going to
because it's
be.
going to roll a 1 and give you a minimal 10%
Me
off.
wondering if I'm going to be able to ask to use my inspiration to improve the roll.
You would not be able
It's
to with
bad.
this, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is fine.
Is this for a specific item or any item that you
Yeah.
next want to purchase?
I would
Oops,
say this would be
I have
specifically
a-
for the item that he's that Indrieli is trying to
Indrieli's
purchase
going
here.
Yeah.
But I will say if this is also too low for you for that, that will still hold.
Yeah.
So the percentage for this plate mail will still hold.
Okay, that's fine.
No fucking shot.
Free, baby.
Oh my god.
Let's
Oh,
go.
zero, free. So, for free. Free, literal free.
Yeah.
Andrieli.
Finally! You have no idea how long in every game I played in Drelly, I always try and go for plate armor in some way. Finally!
So
Finally!
while you are browsing through the bazaar, then in this instance, you see something, and you're having a conversation back and forth, and they basically just say, "Yeah, unfortunately, that's a bit out of your price range," and you mention that you currently still have a favor with the Sultana, and they hesitate for a moment, but they say, like, "All right, you know what? Go ask her, see what she's able to do." And she immediately directs you to the Vizier. The Vizier then also kind of just looks at you for a brief moment. "I do have some pull within the bazaar. I'll see what I can do. Go back tomorrow morning, and there should be a discount for you. I'm not sure how much I can do, though."
I'm not sure how much I can do free.
Very appreciated, thank you.
Assuming that probably nothing else is being done and you guys are just going to sleep after you gallivant around Al-Kirat. When you come back the next day, the man has it, like, fully prepped and ready on a mannequin, and it's just... the Vizier was very, very persuasive. It is yours. Good luck on the expedition.
Am I there
Well,
with Indrelli?
Oh, if Seth wanted to, in that morning, 100%, give me a quick second.
Yeah, I need to see as well.
A 12 again! What is with this? I'm gonna roll a different dice. What the fuck? Sorry. For Indrelli, for the 3 days we travelled, I rolled the dice to see what she would be each time, and it was a 12. This day, a 12 again. What the fuck?
I mean, it's just it's what the dice are telling you.
Was it also a 12?
No, it was a 14. So she hasn't changed personality, but like,
It's a
fuck
different
me.
dice. Yeah.
Seth is back into autumn today, so we will
Okay.
have standard Seth.
Oh.
I would like to
Sorry,
insight check this man.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Maybe
is.
20.
He does not have any like physical distress on him. But the Vizier is a very creepy man, and he can be very persuasive. You get the feeling that just into the nature of like what you guys are doing and also what you have done, he has effectively convinced this man that the mithril the plate mail armor that he was selling for was not only overpriced, but he will never be able to sell it to anyone within the city. So he has basically said all of this hard work and time and dedication that you have put into making this piece of armor, no one will ever get the ability to see it. Why don't you showcase it off?
Indrieli will
You got
very
a brand
happily.
deal?
Yeah, no, Indrieli will happily give this man a brand deal for some plate armor. Are you kidding?
So you have the plate armor. To get it enchanted with mithril would be an uncommon
Yeah.
enchantment, but you can do that.
Holy shit.
Oh wow.
Wait, is it not the price of the armor again? Is it just 400?
No.
Mithril is an uncommon magic item.
Oh,
It is an
misread
No.
thing.
So it is an uncommon enchantment.
I-
You just have to have the item already.
I know. I think I realize where I'm getting confused.
So for
based on the
mithril,
previous
To
discussions.
get this plated with mithril is 180 gold.
That's it.
Now, if you were buying mithril plate, it would be
It's
that plus the
3,000.
armor, because then you are buying the plate armor.
It would be 1,680 gold. Correct.
Yeah, sorry, 1,080. Yeah, sorry, not 3,000. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. This character is a character that is massively against fate. Me, on the other hand. Thank you, fate.
There you go. So if you want to spend 180 gold
I
on the
will
party loot,
spend 180 gold making
go
that
ahead and
mithril.
put
Yeah.
mithril plate mail in your
Oh my god.
in your inventory, and go ahead and look at that. What, 20 AC?
It'll be 18 without a shield, 20 with a shield.
There you go.
Nice.
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 To quote Oz, D&D, the only place where I can simultaneously arm my players and eat pizza.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
In addition, she would have spent I guess the 100 on potion of healing.
Okay.
As well, which we've already established, but I wasn't sure how much the plate was going to cost.
So two more potions of healing.
So she's grabbed a total of 2.
Okay.
So
So minus 280. So you guys are at
Yeah.
1955 for party loot done.
yeah.
If we just got mithril plate armor.
Yeah.
Yes. Really funny. That's really funny. I will probably say just because there's no point in her carrying it around, Indrelli probably would have left the chainmail she was wearing with the person. No cost. No, I'm not gonna sell it to him. Just be like, look,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can resell this to anyone, or reuse it. Go for it though. She doesn't need it anymore.
Thank you.
Cheers, plate.
Yeah, you would have been able to get just a little under 200 if you sold the chain.
Yeah, no, she's not selling it. She's just like, no, here you go. That's
Melt it
If this
down.
was a-
make something else.
Make
out of
something
it.
else.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
And yeah,
You've already financially crippled this
I-
poor guy.
yeah. I would have used. I think it would have used the rest of mine to grab that weapon enhancement, but not enough time anymore because the next day. So
Correct.
that's fine with me.
Okay. Absolutely no worries. For those of you who are going back to petition the Sultana, you may indeed do so.
Cook is one of them.
Okay.
I've already used my favor for research.
You have.
We will also be going to the Sultana.
Go for it.
I do believe Seth will be going to the Sultana as well, but Ascanius can go first.
Okay. And then Vargok
Vargok is going to wait for all others to get theirs before he asks for his.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna take this opportunity to get some food. I haven't eaten lunch yet.
Oh, yeah. Eat food. Food is important.
You know what? Fuck you, Oz. Don't eat food. I'm not gonna let him.
So we said it was 1950.
1955 is what you guys currently have in party loot.
Perfect.
Okay. So you are all brought back to the Sultana via Morgana. She again asks you to dress finely, as well as the appropriate way to address the Sultana. You walk in. The Sultana is a little bit more, how do I want to say, not relaxed. She's not stressed, but you can definitely tell that, she knew that this was going to happen. She's not smoking her hookah anywhere near as much. The entourage that she carries with her is only a single woman and the Vizier. So, Ischinius.
Sultana? Fuck, I don't know how to word this. Let me, Recently, we encountered orcs, and they assisted us on our tribes. I'd like to further my relationship with these if you could provide a letter of introduction to those of importance in Ogrilla, is what I request.
That can indeed be done. I do have a contact still there. We are trying to establish dignitary relations. I will send forth warning that you will be approaching at some point. And hopefully may they welcome you with open arms.
Thank you. If there's anything I can do to assist in your endeavor in creating this relation, I'd be open to whatever requests you might have.
Yes. That'll depend on where we are when the nature arrives, but if you would be willing to assist with the relations, that would be helpful. I'd appreciate it. I will have the Vizier get ready to write that declaration. Vizier nods. As you wish, Sultana. Next, gestures to Isifuric.
I want access to every piece of research done on the pyramid. Everything.
Every piece of research previously.
Yes.
There isn't much, but I will give you what we know.
This is all I ask.
It will be on board the Skylark for your bruising pressure on your way there.
Wonderful.
Vizier, hopefully you can get that accomplished. Of course, Sultana. And as for you, Varguk,
I would ask that you make me an official emissary on behalf of the lizard folk to Al-Kirat.
would you be able to clarify?
That seems backwards.
What do you mean backwards?
Well, usually you come to them and say you're an emissary. You don't ask them, can I be an emissary for those guys
it's backward.
over there?
Okay, it is
Usually-
backwards.
Okay.
Okay, it is backwards, so there is a
Am
reason.
Okay. I'm not like...
You're good. I was slightly confused as well. You're okay.
Right, it has to do with his unique backstory, which, if you're referencing, right, he is effectively trying to use Al-Kirat to leverage his way back into a seat of power.
Understood.
So you're asking for a pardon, essentially.
No. Because he's on good terms with Al-Kirat. He's not necessarily on great terms with the lizard folk of the Beastlands right now. He's trying to get a position with Al-Karat, who then later he will leverage to get himself back into power with the lizard folk.
Mm-hmm.
Again, part of his grand scheme. So, Sultana, after the war, I realized the mistakes that were made by my brothers. So much so that I didn't see them learning and I left. If you grant me this position, it will give me what I believe is needed for me to eventually rejoin them in this capacity and work toward repairing the relations I currently have.
So you wish me to elevate your position here, so that way they may learn of it.
And then I would visit them at a later time and hopefully reattain my position with them.
I will ensure that your deeds done here reach home for you.
Thank you, Sultana.
Of course. All right. The ship will be waiting for you. Just out back. Near the docks.
Understood.
Good luck.
Appreciated. Thank you.
Rumbled is already on board, as is another very important individual.
I don't think.
If I may ask who that person is.
Persuasion check, straight roll.
I will help.
Advantage.
Well, 11 plus 1.
Just know that it is an important person that needs protection, but not from you.
Understood.
Good luck. And also with that, as you make your way out, the Vizier does kind of give Andrieli just a side glance with, I don't want to say a Cheshire cat smile, but that's about as close as I can get. It's just
Andrieli
that
will give-
creepy full teeth.
To be fair, Andrieli will just give him a nod that sort of says, "Appreciate what you did." I also realised that technically this kind of slightly ties into Heart of Darkness as well. What Heart of Darkness gives.
Oh,
That's part of the reason why I'm like, I think I can leverage this in a different way. So, alright. With that being said, you all are dismissed from the palace, given your moment. If there's anything else you would like to do before you board the Skylark, you may.
Nope. Nothing from me.
Alright. Believe. I could be very wrong, and I think I am. I thought there was a map for the Skylark.
do we want to take a bio bike?
That is what I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Well, you search for that.
Yeah.
So we will do our quick bio break. We'll come back here at, let's do not 15 after. Let's do 20 after.
Okay, okay.
Make it easy for everyone, where you can fully get up, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Let's get into those colder months. Actually stretch your bones, all that fun stuff.
Let's stretch our legs.
Need legs. I slither around.
Bit of an odd question, mainly because, like, obviously I know we're in bio break right now, but I figure I may as well ask now because it wasn't really relevant to anything.
There you go. That is the Skylark.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yes, go ahead.
Frederick would have probably gone to the tavern that we've gone. The place where we got the leads for those jobs from. For a drink.
The Adventurers Guild thing? Oh, you mean the one for Grigori?
Yeah, because we got the two. We went there and then we got two. Okay then. We went there just before getting the two jobs, and I think there was a bar there.
Yes, I think it was the Adventurers Guild, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
not necessarily a tavern. It was just a bar. It was manned by a dwarf.
It's one, yeah, the one that had the dwarf with the axe,
Gotcha.
and he went
Yes.
on the story for a long time.
Yes, old war vet.
He would have gone there, would have bought around for Andrelli, so however much that would have been.
That would be 6 silver.
6 silver, and if Callista was also there, he would buy around for her, because we do tend to run into her there.
You do not actually run into her there, but is the round for Indrieli also for Frederick?
Yeah, it'll be for
Okay,
both of them.
yeah. So
Yeah.
6
To be
silver.
fair, Indrelli said she'd purchase the next one as well, so if we went for 2, then Indrelli's also spending like silver.
Mhm.
So we're both spending like 6 silver each.
So it's
round.
3 silver for a round.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I see. You would.
So if you're buying his and he's buying yours, it's 3 silver each.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So just that. I'll also
Dangerous
add,
too.
if
But
there
no,
was
I
anything-
primarily wanted him to make good on the promise of buying Andrelli around.
Okay.
Yes. To be fair, I was also going to add on to that. If there's anything that he actually wanted to ask Andrelli, feel free. Like anything genuinely.
I'm trying to piece together if he would necessarily ask anything, or if this is I have gotten enough information to understand that you're probably not doing the best with your shit either, and I'm just gonna get you a drink to help you, kind of forget about it for a little bit. So it's probably more or less just gonna be them shooting the shit, unless Andrelli has anything to ask.
Yay, alcoholism.
Hi.
Probably.
Get out of here.
If anything, it would probably be like it might be an exchange of stories. So, how did you get your one? Regarding the weapon. Yeah, probably an
Hang
exchange
on,
of story
if
like
you're-
that.
If you're asking that, I need to make a roll to see
Oh, yeah?
if he actually tells you.
Because Indrelli would include that with like with hers as well.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when we come back from bio break,
I was about to say, definitely do that when you come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I am going to make the roll now to see if he actually opens up about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking help at all. That's right down the middle.
You gotta have you have to have a DC.
I know, I was using it as kind of a 50-50, depending
I
on
know.
how...
Well, if it helps
Alrighty.
you feel any better, a 10 is on the lower side of 20.
I was gonna say, not only that, I rolled an 8 on the die.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the higher it was, the less he'd want to tell, because he's composing himself. He'll open up a little about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because Indrelli will talk a bit about hers. So, like,
So, when we get back from bio break there, and also after I eat my Hot Pockets.
yes.
Okay.
Hot pocket.
I'm gonna grab some more drink. And by more drink, I mean another Coke. I'll be right back.
Wow, Diet Coke.
Yep.
That sounds great right now, actually.
Right. I'm gonna grab something myself real quick.
I'm gonna go grab the best thing.
On top of that, you know, only like $180. So we can recommend it. So not only did I get so much. It's on it though. We watched her roll that dice on. We watched her roll that dice. Yeah. I'm back. Oh.
Leave it there.
What do you want it?
I'm good right now. I don't need it.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
What if you
Ray, if my sleeves are rolled up, it means I'm probably not cold right now. You can go ahead and put it back where it was.
What's she offered you?
My hoodie.
Ah.
She's like very insistent that I take it right now.
She really
Put
is
it
like
back
a cat,
where it
isn't she?
was.
No, she's not a cat.
No.
She's a fox.
I'm just an ass.
Oh, Fox. No, actually, you're right.
Because she's got the incessant loyalty of a dog and the ADHD of a cat.
Look,
No,
I
you're
don't want to
right.
talk about it, okay?
Me, I'm just an asshole. I am straight up a cat.
Yeah. Damn. Fair enough. You say that
Get
though.
into the lower section of the ship.
The lower section is cargo.
No, sorry. The you know, the second floor. You have
Below
your
the
like
cargo.
deck,
Got ya.
and then you have your first floor. Then you have your thing, and then I can see the thing. But I also can't see how you get to the cargo.
So that's more of like a hatch in the floor.
Gotcha.
Or actually, no, I think it would. Hold on.
It's is it not in the like that back room that's kind of connects like the very lower level and like that's not quite lowest level. Like it looks like you can see a barrel.
Yeah, no, I
Underneath there?
do see what you're talking about. Yeah, I am unsure. The book just dictates that the bottom, like the very bottom of it, is cargo.
Gotcha. I just don't see a door into that, like where the bunk beds, like the double.
Yeah, I don't think that there is intentionally drawn a door.
You have to face step into the.
It more be like the door is on the wall, and it's like train cars. That's the way I'm kind of seeing it.
Gotcha.
But there is no step into the downward. I see what you mean. So it's a ladder down through a hatch. Then it's a staircase down into the open for the 3rd floor down. But I have no idea how you get into storage. I would assume there's got to be like
where
a
do you see
hatch
the
at floor.
stairs?
Far left.
The stairs go into the they go into that engine room, but there's nothing that like looks like it goes
Kind of like
further
that.
down.
Yeah. I guess that is fair.
So like the...
To be fair,
like that.
this is also a cross section of the ship.
Correct.
There could be something on the other side,
Yeah.
like on our side of it.
Fair enough.
It is more just for visual appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we still have 5 more minutes, but if everyone is back and everyone is ready, we can start a little earlier.
I still need to use
Okay. You got 5 minutes.
I'm aware. I was just looking at stuff. And bothering Oz. But mainly the first
Yeah.
time.
Mainly the first one gets back up.
Well, she's going to use the bathroom now, so I don't think she's going to bother you specifically.
Blueberries
That much
are
happened
also
back then.
sometimes called starberries. Snapple fact number 1287. You know, with as much Snapple as I drink, I have yet to have the same fact more than once, at least that I can think of.
It's fair.
I can't have him getting used to this thing, Ray. He'll stop listening to me when I point it at him.
Instead of attempting to point guns at cats. Discipline?
You see, we had a spray bottle, and then he broke it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So at least I have something he's afraid of.
The vicious creature.
Yeah, there's an outdoor cat where I live, and it's very obnoxious. It like so annoying. It's all over the place. It keeps like shedding on my motorcycle. About a month ago, it stops responding to me threatening to bury it in the backyard. It just sits there and looks at me. It used to run away when I like yelled at it. But now it just sits there and stares at me, like it knows that I'm not being serious.
It has become a part of your routine.
I need to step up my game.
I love my cats to death. It's just that Rufus is a mischievous little asshole.
This, not my cat, and it's an outdoor cat.
Mhm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Is it a Tom, so it's loud and obnoxious?
It's a stray.
Mm-hmm.
My roommates keep feeding.
That's the issue.
Oh, there you go. So you need like a Nerf gun or something. That should.
Get a little bit of arsenic.
Or a spray bottle. Yeah. No, not arsenic. Oh no.
No, come back.
I am ready, I'm just stretching.
Alright.
You know,
Everyone good to
Nerf
go?
guns are surprisingly affordable.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
No, you really don't want to be up on my lap.
Oh, is everyone ready? You
I am ready.
guys start making your way there. I need to go
We're
back
gonna do the.
to...
Oh, do we want to do the?
Yes, I forgot about that. Apologies.
You're good.
Thank you for reminding me. My brain is wrong.
So Andrelli, when you ask Frederick about how he got his spear, there is a relatively long
Bless you.
before he just Gesundheit.
There is a relatively long shoe.
Oh, the timing.
Bless you.
There's a relatively long pause as Frederick. We're at the end of it. Frederick just lifts his glass up, downs the rest of his drink, slams it down. I was doing some harvesting. I worked on a farm with my parents. And there was this body in the middle of a field. I obviously was a bit in shock, so I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing. And I had reached down and grabbed the spear next to his body. Well, once I had gathered myself a little bit, I went to put the spear down and ran to grab my parents to see if they had any idea what we should do about this. By the time I stepped, well, I now understand 30 feet away, the spear reappeared in my hand. Tried to throw it to the side, rinse and repeat. I don't really remember what happened after I got home. But I know that my parents are dead. And I was unfortunately left holding the bloody weapon that did it. I don't remember what happened. But since then, vagrancy for me.
That is. I can understand why you don't want this weapon. And I'm sorry to hear that happened to you.
At this point, I'll take whatever random moments of silence I can get when it's not whispering in my fucking ear. Literally.
I will count my blessings that I don't have to deal with that. At least not currently. But I promised I would give you my side as well, for this one. Tapping the head of a hammer. Not quite as... I say not quite as dramatic as finding it on a body, but finding out what it could do was on a body, I guess.
Sounds terrifying.
Yes, you may have been, I don't know how much you know of paladins. You may have been able to figure it out from sometimes when I'm in conflict. I am trying to redeem my actions, having broken my oath to Saloon. And in my attempts to regain that favour, Saloon's foe, shall we say, took her place. And I was convinced that this hammer was the cause of all of my problems. I could just feel something wrong with it. And so I threw it away. 3 days later, it's returned to me by a halfling who seemingly had done nothing but carry it for a few days straight. Died on the floor in front of me. Not quite as gruesome as yours, I guess, but still tied to death and pain.
I was gonna say, still no less traumatizing.
No. Like you said, We're two sides of the same coin here. Where yours is a curse, mine is a... She says this with a strong amount of disdain in her voice. A blessing from Shah.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I've noticed.
I figured you might have. Which is why I wasn't too hesitant to give you the details.
I'll be honest, I was looking for a curse at first.
I would prefer it if this was. That would somehow make it easier to deal with.
Well, I hate to reaffirm and be the bearer of bad news, but there's no curses on you. Or it, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, I'll see what I can do with it, though. But for right now, I'm keeping it close so it doesn't do that to anyone else.
Well, I suppose at the very least I can ask this of you, since you understand. Do me a favor and make sure I stay in check.
You have my word. I'll keep you on the right
Good.
path. It's what a paladin does.
I'm serious though, the
Regardless.
second I turn this thing against you or anyone else here, he just runs his thumb across his neck.
Said, I understand. If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I shall do for you.
Good.
I'm assuming he is saying this with full conviction. There isn't any doubt
Oh, yeah.
in there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
This has only ever happened to him once, and he is terrified of it happening again.
Not only that, but Andreali, you know what to look for in people with that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's fucking cat. They'll probably just shoot the shit the rest of the night. I'm gonna go discipline a cat.
Yeah. That's alright. That's probably when Indre would have ordered the second round.
Hesitantly
Oh,
looks
okay.
over at my
What
window.
they're doing, well, I mean,
Yeah.
that, you can do that.
Okay. So you guys
Mhm.
finish out your night of business, traveling back to the Sultana for your specifications and things that you wish for in the morning. Picking up your new armor in the morning, as well as a few other odds and ends as you meet outside of the palace those that went inside to petition the Sultana for their favors the next day. You would also see Andrieli is currently outfitted in a little bit more shiny, almost hint of blue as it glistens in the sunlight here of the or of the Kareti sun.
But you can tell from the plate, from the cape is there is definitely more. It's more solid metal. It's not
Yes.
chain linked this time around.
Ooh. That's fancy.
Redrick is wearing a ring with a skull on it.
That's angsty.
Yeah, I really wish they had anything but a skull as
Uh,
a decoration for this thing.
It is at that point also. Zephyr, what season are you today? Because this is a different day than when you gave up your spear.
This is autumn,
Gotcha. So
so I am blonde with red tip.
you remember after seeing Indrieli in this way, oh, you need to pick up your spear.
Yeah, that's. I need to go do
Hmm.
that. They will run back to school.
Okay.
Hello. I had a double-bladed scimitar.
He hesitates for a moment. Like, there was recognition, and now something is different.
Aladrin sees it.
Silently turns around, goes, rummages through a few things, but gently picks up the spear, Sets it down in
That's a
front of
scimitar.
you. Yes, sorry,
That is-
double-bladed scimitar. I think double blade, and I'm like spear.
That's fair.
But we'll set it down. It is in a display stand. And it looks better than the day it was when you made it,
We stopped digging the litter out.
or when you had gotten it.
That is gorgeous.
And for just your own capability here, they will take a single piece of hair and drop it on the blade, and it shears it in two.
Oh, beautiful.
They will offer it
Thank
to
you
you.
kindly. Happily, they take it.
It
Kinda feel it in
is
their hands.
lighter. It is balanced perfectly at the center and the two weighted ends of it, as well as the blades are straightened back into alignment. They were slightly curved, so they are fully straight now. As you look down, you can see the blade on one and the blade on the other as you turn it.
Ah, wonderful. I'll do a little bit of a twirl with it.
It almost feels like it's impossible to stop spinning with the just sheer lightweight inertia that you are generating. One flick of your wrist and it feels like it just wants to roll over your hand as it cuts through the air.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Hopefully we have
Happily
lived up
hand-
to your expectations.
Yes, you have. Oh, yes, you have.
And just as an additional aside, we appreciate it, but we do not require it. Would you allow us to etch the name of the shop into this, the handle of the blade?
What is the name of the shop?
That I do not have off the top of my head. Hold, please.
I just
I like
realized
to
I've been
imagine it was
using
the
Polar
shopkeeper that said that.
Yes.
The shopkeeper's like, ah, shit. What did we name our place again?
Master.
It would be the Gilded Goods, just a Juji.
I see that. I see it, Ray. I see how badly you want to with just GG on there.
Find another store, you can put easy on the end of it as well.
Also, I've been using the Polar Master feat wrong this entire time.
Oh,
Spear doesn't apply.
I've let you apply the spear specifically.
I was gonna say halberd. It works for everything that was on there. Spear, not even allowed apparently.
Yeah, no,
Which
Oh, yeah,
is
'cause-
stupid.
take the spear. It's fine. Spear's fine.
I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm sticking with that.
technically it makes sense because the spear is not a polearm. A spear is a spear. They're different.
Yes.
No, I get you. I never
Regardless.
thought about it. Yeah, continue.
No, you're not that.
So there were a few ways that would have gone out. Winter Seth would have immediately said no. Spring Seth would have immediately said yes. Autumn and summer, I need to roll for it. Autumn, if it is above 50, they will agree, and if it is which they are in, so if it's above 50, they will agree to it. Summer is below 50, they will agree to it. And since we were in autumn, this is an above 50 on a percentile. That is a 49.
That's up to you.
They delivered it for a good moment. Probably about like 2 minutes. How small is it?
They will hold up a. If you know what a branding ring is, it is no bigger than this.
On the handle?
Yes, on the wooden parts.
You may.
They will go over to the forge, heat it up, and we'll just wipe it across and ensure that it holds. And there you are. Thank you so very much for your appreciation.
Thank you for the blade improvements.
Hopefully it does you well.
I think it will. They will nod and they will take their leave after obviously paying the second half.
Mm-hmm. Understood. And then you all go to meet at the docks for the departure of this ship.
Yes.
It is actually rather interesting as you approach the ship. It is not in the water. It looks like it's in the water. But you also see the where the mast is. It looks just like brief and almost immediate kind of like just a look over. It looks like the mast has been rolled up and is just kind of tied there. But upon further investigation, and you know what this ship is, it looks like it's almost a tarp of kinds. Like we would know like a hot air balloon or a blimp, essentially. It looks like it's something else rather than just a mast that drops. Right? It is not a sail. And as you get closer to it, you also see that it is actually resting on little, like, how do I want to say this? Almost like just things that are holding it just barely out of the water. So it is not touching the water. The water sometimes, like, laps up and connects to the base of it, but it is not in the water. It is not floating, even though from outside perspective, it is deliberately designed to look like it is. But absolutely nonetheless, you approach. The individual at the front is a tiefling that is well dressed and clad in what is essentially like guard armor, but a little bit more fancy. Well protective still, but nowhere near to the extent of like full on, like heavy armor. More bodyguards than, actual like military personnel. You are to the Sultana?
Yes.
Good. On board. Lower decks are capable. Mid decks are capable. Top deck is capable. You are not to go to the helm. You are not to go to the captain's quarters. And you are not to go below into the storage hold. They will be pleasantly and clearly marked.
Understood. Where is my research notes that I requested?
Those would be in your dedicated rooms.
Wonderful.
2 floors below deck.
Understood.
Enjoy your journey.
Thank you.
And they stand at
Did we
attention again.
surrender?
Mm-hmm.
We surrender our working crests, or do we still have them?
You do not seem to need to surrender them. Has not been asked of you yet.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I wasn't sure if when we went and met the Sultana earlier that we
Yeah, nope.
had exchanged. Or
She has not asked for them back yet.
And I guess to some degree we're still doing work for her, aren't we? With this expedition. Yeah.
Okay. So, with that being said, let's do this really quickly. As you all board, the gangplank is raised and retracted inside of it. It does not rest on the dock. It literally goes like underneath the dock, inside of it, covering it from view. And additionally, you also notice on the other side there appears to be a ladder engraved into the wood itself for probably emergency landings or emergency boarding if absolutely required.
Mm-hmm.
As everything goes and sets up, they unveil the mast, and it immediately attaches to 2 other partitions on the ship and starts rapidly inflating. You see some of the rigging and the structures kind of like hold taut and then have to be unraveled by workers on the dock or on the deck themselves, so that way it doesn't get tangled. When all is said and done, it looks like it is just a gigantic balloon that is barely held on by a bunch of strings and rope to whatever peace of mind that gives you all. But as the ship kind of starts to lift suddenly, you are very much like an elevator, but magnified. You feel all of your weight shifted throughout your body into your feet as you are lifted directly up into the sky. You see two wings on either side, like fins, dorsal fins, kind of protrude and fold outward from being disguised as wood on the back and start flapping to give you guys forward momentum. The journey will take 14 hours. So if there's anything you would like to do here, you may. You may move freely between the second, third, and fourth floors, which is the deck, one below and one below that. You see that guards are patrolling the deck also to ensure that no one tries anything dangerous, like interfering with the balloon or jumping over the freaking railing.
Yep.
But yeah. In the third level, there is sleeping in small cabins where you can stay for most of your journey. There is also a locked door on the floor that goes further down that is perpetually guarded by two individuals on the outside.
Seth is immediately going to the room and starting to read.
Understood.
So you're really interested in whatever Seth will have to talk about and potentially just being a sounding board for Seth, so she might just join Seth in her room. Oh, in their
That
room,
is-
sorry.
Perfectly acceptable. They do not stop you, probably because
Yeah.
they do not even realize you were there to start with.
Yeah, no, Andrelli's just going to be sitting on the bed and just being like, alright, I'm going to listen to see if you have anything to say about this. Or even just like the one-off comments you make. Like, oh, this is a thing.
This is probably going to sound a little odd, but I do think it's something that Frederick would do. He would go down to his room, leave his spear there, and then, for lack of a better term, take a walk around to see where there's like a 30-foot bubble where his spear doesn't come back to him, that he could just exist normally without having to carry it around.
Okay. You can go through a good portion of the ship. If you were to be like at one corner and go to the opposite corner, it does not like that. But like if you drop it in the center on deck, you can kind of go everywhere below deck and you're fine.
Okay, so if he
is the
were to
ship
leave
at
it in his
capacity?
room, he could go like one floor above, one floor below, and he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Noted.
No, the ship is not at capacity. It is very roomy.
How many people are on board that we can like?
Apart from like just the crew, like the actual people like manning the thing, it is just
Either or.
you, Rumbled, and one other person that you do not see.
Also, the other person, if I recall, was in the VIP room with.
Correct.
Are there guards at the doors that we're not supposed to go in?
Yes.
Like, I guess I'll just go like lay down or something.
That's effectively what Vargrick does. Is like, I would much rather just be asleep for this whole thing than have to look overboard.
Say Frederick's going
Check.
to enjoy the fact that he can walk around a little without having a spear on his person, or I guess now a halberd on his person at all times.
Okay.
Actually, if I were to go onto the deck of the ship,
Mhm.
would I be able to get a sort of idea of the surroundings, would I be able to draw a mental map of like
Yes.
key points that could potentially give us an advantage when traveling later on?
I don't know if they would give you an advantage when traveling later on, but yes. I think you definitely could. Because you guys are going to pass some significant landmarks that, like, if you see them when you're traveling, you'd be like, okay, I know where we are.
Gotcha.
So we certainly won't be able to get lost if you do this.
Correct.
Sure. I will do that and make mental notes of different
Okay, go
key
ahead.
features that I notice.
Go ahead and roll me a history check. 21.
21.
Okay, that is for your recollection of recalling this knowledge, and then go ahead and make a perception check. I'm going to say with advantage here, because this is something that you are spending a lot of time dedicated yourself to. 16. Understood?
They're all in Eden's room. Or rather, my Eden's room.
Okay. Also, Ray, for your benefit, I will have to parse out the information that I can give you that they would know. But I can do that, and I will do that when I have free time before next session.
Coolio.
Okay. Let me look here. Do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. God, a lot of this is very interesting music. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any bits here. Okay. As you are flying, those that are above deck, the view is intense, I will say. You are not in a pressurized chamber like an airplane. You are just overlooking a banister that comes maybe about to your waist. For those that are slightly taller, maybe about your thigh. And then it is a drop of a good, probably close to 300 feet. As you do fly over, the first thing that you are immediately aware of is how actually red this sand is in comparison to the others, being able to see it from that, like, stark top down. It looks like a sea of blood from when you are this high up. With a few specific, almost kind of scars in the land as you do fly over. You spot a few locations that are blue, almost little like specks from this distance that you could possibly make out to be oases. To your north is, or what would be to your left, essentially would be the Dustwind Boots. And as you continue to sail over, you would eventually make your way over the scar that is the West Spire Mountains, looking almost just like, for lack of a better word, a scar in the red sand, in the sea of blood, just black, jagged, sharp and pointed peaks, kind of like raising up out of the ground. As you continue to fly past that, you see this centralized spire of bone and other swirling sand at the very base of it. From the air where you are also, as you get closer and closer to this, it progressively gets slightly colder. But not to like an extreme degree to the point where you're completely freezing. It maybe drops a good like maybe 10 to 15 degrees. But again, this spire is just a giant spear, essentially, that almost looks like it has just been jutted out from the sand, or possibly a fragment of something that has been long buried by the sand. There's one more thing, if I can find it. Do. Where is Blackstone Gorge? Interesting. Okay. And then also to your right, you are able to make out this. It looks like a pit. A just purple pit that is illuminated slightly with like this vibrant, almost violet color. It looks like it just descends in almost infinite distance. Just a drop off in the land, at least from this distance from where you are. As you are traveling from Alcarat to that. And that is what you see.
Okay.
So you have 3 good landmarks, at least to be able to understand. If you're near one of them, you should be able to direct your way somewhere safe. Little further to your left as well, way off in the distance, you do see another crack in the earth. A little hard to make out from this area, but it does showcase when you are this high up. You would also see more mountains that are pushed off in that direction that have this ominous, almost blue glow to them as they reflect off of with the sunlight, like nestled in between some of the peaks and the raises there that are there in the land. And then also to the south, you would then see Ogrilla. It almost looks like a savanna in comparison to absolutely everything else that is present here. You have the sea of red sand. You have the dark black-purple gorge of Black Soul Gorge. And then it is just green, lush, vibrant. You see some semblances of settlements, some buildings that are too difficult to make out from this distance. You see 2 mountain peaks that kind of jut up into the center there, not stupid high, but high enough to warrant them being called mountains. You see lush forests, woods, and then you also see 2 streams petering out from the first one as it descends down the peak. And it splits. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do while you are on board the ship?
Am I able to talk to Rumbleton on the ship?
You are.
Wonderful.
You ask for if he can, have a bit of a conversation with you. The guards go in. They grab Rumbleton, and you are able to have a bit of a chat.
Wonderful. So, how many days into this would it be?
That is up to you. When would you go?
How many
Wait,
days is this journey again? A week?
14 hours.
It's 14
14
hours. Yeah.
14 hours. Okay, probably spend the first 7 reading.
Understood. Valid.
About the 8th or 9th hour, they will go and they will trade this. They will go for this information.
Okay.
So if I have realized correctly from the distance, it's traveling 9 miles per hour, I believe, essentially.
Yes.
This airship, yeah. Which just feels slow, but like I'm considering like how fast you move on foot, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really fast.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a lot less than I thought.
This is a small map.
Yeah, like I saw the distance mark in the bottom. It's like, oh, one hexagon is 2 miles. I'm like, oh, this is really small.
Wow.
You can't really go straight, but yes.
Also, I really love how a lot of these like important locations are center of hex.
Yeah.
That's super nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to
Very
worry
well
about
done.
snapping to center, and I
Yeah.
can just
Trust me, I've noticed
pull it
that.
out like that. That's so fucking useful.
As a
Holy
side,
God.
if Seth had left any of those nodes in her room, in their room, sorry, Andrelli would have definitely looked, just given them a quick glance, regardless of whether she understood them for the the pyramid.
Okay.
But I'm also going to be right back.
No worries.
Yes.
I'll keep my headphones on.
Yes. Rumbleton. Note exchange. I was curious.
Oh, right. He will, like, turn back over to the guards. They move aside. He goes in. He grabs a couple of his books, comes back out, and you sit and study with each other for the remaining of the trip. Time is flying by for you in this instance.
Having a blast.
I will say that you would be aware that the Great Pyramid, specifically, which is where the expedition is, right? Kunetin Keep is just essentially the meetup spot for everyone to then move all at once. You would be aware that the Great Pyramid, originally named Ankara, was... how do I want to say this? It was originally supposed to be essentially a fallout shelter. Because the ancient Anubians had this thing that they originally wanted to do, which was effectively nuke the world to destroy the things that were enemies to them. And they created this pyramid, and multiple others like it, as a way to protect themselves from the shelling. No one knows whether or not they worked. This is the first time we're able to actually go into one of them.
I will also just put that in the chat.
Yep.
So, this will be fun.
Oh my god.
I probably should have mentioned that when we entered the first ruins.
That one you got pretty quickly. It was
That's fair.
designed to be essentially a location for you to pay recompense to your sins, confess to your sins.
Okay, it was a confessional.
Yes.
Understood. Okay. This has been incredible. Who would have thought, as young as I am, getting to be at the forefront of something so historical?
Yes, this is immensely satisfying.
Yes.
I am very glad that I am a part of this. And I'm also very glad that you and your crew saved me.
Of course. Now then. They will probably just spend the rest of the time just literally discussing notes. If Rumbleton ever wanted something from Faerunian history, Seth will happily oblige. Of effectively trading knowledge.
He is, I don't want to say significantly less interested in that.
Yeah.
But like enthused. Like it's like, this is interesting, as opposed to yes.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not gonna be like a. This is effectively a trade of knowledge. Seth is gaining
Yes.
knowledge of the area that Rumbleton has expertise in, and in return, Seth gives knowledge of the area that they have expertise in.
Yes.
So it's kind of just like a trade, almost.
All right.
It just so happens that this one is more beneficial because Seth is also going, yes!
Okay. Anyone else doing anything on board the ship, or are you all just waiting until you get to Kunatin Keep?
If no one else is doing anything, Frederick is going to try to see if he can coax out this mysterious other VIP. Because at this point, it's like, alright, we've been put on here to, like, protect people, specifically these guys. I at least want to know who I'm protecting.
So, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
It's not my best, or not the best roll, rather, but
Okay.
13?
With a 13, as you do approach the VIPs or you approach the guards guarding this area and just say, I would like to know who I'm guarding in this instance. They give you a little bit of a look. There's a question that is silently asked amongst them. And then they kind of just nod. One of them goes in. And then after about 2 minutes or so, they come back out with a tiefling that is very similar looking to the Sultana, but younger.
Instinctively, he's going to stand up a little bit straighter. Pardon the disturbance.
Trying to find the description of this woman. Always fun.
Where are Seth and Rumbleton doing their little note exchange, by the way, just in the middle of a floor?
Honestly, I would say that they're probably in one of 3 different locations, either in your room, aboard deck, or just in the middle of the floor.
I think middle of the it's either Seth's room or middle of the floor, and I feel like it's probably the middle of the floor because they were just ready. And also, it's the funniest.
I do
It is
also
very much the funniest.
I do also think that that makes the most amount of sense.
It really
Yeah.
does, knowing these two.
Like if this was spring stuff, it would have been right in front of the VIP lounge. But it's autumn stuff, so they waited a little bit. 20 feet away from the VIP.
You got passed by Frederick, like trying super hard to not step on notes.
Shoo, we're busy.
I'm trying, you're blocking the fucking hallway.
Well, you're blocking my research.
So you
Not how this works.
So you see like I said, a female tiefling, significantly younger, looks very similar to the Sultana herself. The ears, the horns are splayed back in the same way. Her skin is the same pale pink. She looks adorned in all of these extra like lavish robes and accoutrement that is jewelry and everything that is there, as well as blonde hair. And you see one of the guards just kind of gestures. Go ahead, princess. I wanted to say thank you for participating in the protection of my aunt's airship.
No need to thank me. And I do apologize about disturbing you.
It is okay. I've been very lucky and appreciative to be able to leave Alcarat to go with us on this expedition.
If it's not too intrusive, what interest do you have in all of this?
She kind of swallows spashly, looks over at the guards. They basically understand that you are in a need to know. So they give her that same information, even though it's not necessarily the truth.
He certainly ain't gonna press it if he's lied to. He's already pushing his luck here, and he knows that.
My father, Zavara, governs Kunitin Keep. As such, I've lived with my aunt, the Sultana.
Understood. Well, I'll let you get back to... I hesitate to say relaxing, but not much else to really be done on a ship.
I am to be delivered to my father in one piece, as I've heard people say.
Keep you safe. Understood.
So far, it seems you have done such.
And will continue to do so.
I look forward to joining the expedition with you.
And I look forward to... Now he's got to try to find a way to not make this sound sadistic. I'm looking forward to the expedition. And what all that may entail.
After having a little bit more conversation with you, you do notice that it's not necessarily like her guard has dropped, but the unease of the guards being present and how much restriction, I guess that would be the best way to put it, how much restriction she's under is starting to fade. It's like, I'm not under my aunt's watch anymore. I am my own person.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Hopefully we will meet again.
Hopefully so. And thank you for giving me the time.
I think it's only just. She will nod curtly, look back to the guard. They will look back to you. They will open the door. She will walk back in.
And thank you both as well.
We agree with the Arbiter. 'Tis only fitting that her protectors know what they are protecting.
My thoughts exactly.
Alright.
Frederick, have you seen what we're going into? It's so fascinating.
I haven't seen what we're going into, no.
It's Fallout Shelter. This is... Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I like to imagine she's saying this as he is once again like very carefully trying to step around notes.
Yep.
They're trying to like show you something, but you keep just like trying to avoid it, so they're just like, okay. Fair enough.
Now is not the best time to be shoving things in my face. I am trying to watch where I am stepping.
Watch your foot!
I
Ah!
reckon. I reckon it would have been if it had been an hour. Since they'd gone, Indrali would have definitely gone like, surprised surprised they're taking this long. I'll go take a look at where they are.
Understood.
They are sprawn out in the middle of the floor, just notes scattered everywhere between the two of them, and they're both just like grabbing at things, looking at things, talking about it, putting it down, grabbing a different thing, putting things together, taking things away from each other, and just being like, no, this has to go with this. And then, because with this evidence, we have this evidence, and then we can make this conclusion, and it's just like ramblings
More
of
notes are
madmen.
being written as
If
well.
there is,
Yep.
I'll say if there is a chair not fastened to the floor, Indrali is going to sit on it, the sort of Captain America style, sort of front the back of it, over leaning over the back of it forwards, just looking and watching.
So, you got detention.
Yeah, exactly. So you're researching your your dig sites.
Okay.
Occasionally, you'll be asked to just hold a thing. When he's like,
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
put a pin in this, and just shoves it to Indrieli.
Yeah, she's just sort of holding it up like just like this in front of the chair.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything there? All right, going once. Twice. Fantastic. After the full, long journey, which thankfully isn't very long, but you had a very early morning, and you are starting to get there as the sun is descending. The temperature, especially this high up, drops almost instantly. The second that the sun is like horizontal to you. And as you get closer to Kunitin Keep, which it's very interesting from the outside of it. It looks to be there is a settlement with a bunch of stone buildings on the main base. Then there is 2 pillars that jut up with a connecting bridge between them. And there are settlements on top of both of those. There is a slope from the settlement that kind of like rounds up into the top of one of the settlements, and then the bridge gets over to what almost looks like a church or a castle of some kind. But as you do approach, the vessel touches down a few hundred feet from the settlement proper, landing safely, but jarring those that aren't prepared, as you almost kind of like list forward with that sudden no longer forward momentum, no longer downward momentum. You hear the wood of the Skylark creak and jarringly shake for that brief moment as it descends. But nonetheless, you are safely in the dunes. You see a few members clad in very, prolific armor also immediately swarm the front of this ship, knowing what it is very clearly.
Where have we landed in
About
relation to the keep?
about 100 feet away.
Okay. This has been absolutely fucking wonderful. Thank you.
He will take a little bit more time gathering his own research notes than you do, as he seems to have more on the subject.
Yeah. Oh, you can give me that. Give me that. That one is his. This one is mine. That's yours. This one's kind of ours. May I hold on to this and make a copy?
He looks at it briefly. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Wonderful. Just get gathered.
Yep. But he will make his way back up to the deck. Some of the officials will also, not necessarily board, but will very clearly indicate, like, time for you to get down. And they will take Rumbleton, as he is a very, very important person. Frederick, you also see the Arbiter, as she steps out with a entourage. That's the word I'm looking for. She will descend from the ship and will also make her way to Kunitin Keep.
As she passes by, he's going to try to give her a reassuring nod.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, like, do a perception check of the 100 feet between us and the sand? If there's anything nearby.
Doesn't seem to be. And the fact that there's a bunch of guards here also makes you think that it is safe.
I mean, I'm gonna follow the party if we're getting off.
Yeah, I assume you'll travel as one.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably would have. If no one was there, Indrali would definitely have gone down and checked the rooms that she knew everyone should be in. If someone wasn't there.
Okay. I will also show you this. This is what Kunitin Keep looks like.
Ooh. Ah, I see.
Interesting.
That is so
Is
cool.
the oasis like up on the little cliff, or is it all
No, is it-
surrounding the area?
I think it's down between the two hills that you can still see the palm trees.
Oh, there you go. Good call.
Yeah.
Goddamn sneezes. Yes, so it is more of a military outpost. So as I said, like there's the settlement on the exterior, a lot of camps. You are aware that like multiple expeditions have been sent here. Multiple caravans have been sent here over the course of probably about a year. So you get the feeling that they not necessarily had buildings to house them in. They've all just been sleeping in tents.
Yeah.
But it is a very large amassed population here.
We get like a variety of like what percentage of like different races there are.
Culmination of everything. There's significantly more tieflings, obviously, than anything else, but there is a little bit of everything.
Is there
These are all
any
higher
particular people that stand out? Any group that stands out?
At least from when you enter, it doesn't seem to be so. You see, like, how do I want to phrase this? You get here first off when it's about like really late at the night, so everyone's already kind of like settled down and bedded for the night. And additionally, you're not really allowed to kind of explore. There are a bunch of guards that are slightly escorting you.
I'm pretty much wondering, just from like looking around, does it seem like all these tents kind of extend to probably the edge of the protection of the oasis?
Yes.
So pretty much all the space that can be filled has been filled.
Apart from, a couple locations where you can, set up and dig in. but they
Yeah.
they do seem to corral to a spot where you do get the feeling that that is where
Yeah.
the oasis ends.
Yeah.
Are we going to be being escorted into the keep?
Yes. I'm just waiting for you all to confirm that you are indeed doing so.
Yes.
Frederick is, yeah.
Yeah, Varkrick's following. Varkrick's been very quiet. You get the feeling he wasn't a real big fan of being up in the air.
All right.
Scales on fucking ground.
Ah.
So as you are walking, the lead guard, which is a tiefling, I assume that you are here at the behest of the Sultana to deal with the expedition. You have been the ones to bring Rumbleton to us. We appreciate that. He is insurmountable in his expertise to this cause. Will you be partaking, or will you be going back on the ship to Alcarat?
Partaking is what the plan was.
If it is for everyone else, follow me.
Yes.
I believe.
And he will escort you through all of the various winding pathways and tents and other things that have been set up. You see some have campfires surrounding them, but they all seem to kind of huddle together, very tightly packed to what you assume to be is the oasis, as you see a couple of palm trees splaying out in a few different odds and ends, as well as vast water in one specific section of this. As you do walk in, let me find that here. The entrance to the settlement is heavily guarded. Dozens of karate guards are patrolling the perimeter, and even at night. But it remains unrestricted. Anyone can freely explore this if you are not being led. However, it does seem that non-residents must leave by nightfall, as there are no tents in here. No one's wandering the main streets. It is a single street that winds up the hill to the top, and at the base, a spring of clean, drinkable water is there. You see guards kind of like slowly assessing and trying to move people out of the way so that way the street does remain clear from day to day. You see a small jail that passes by in the top corner there, about halfway up
there
the
anyone in it?
slope. Doesn't appear to be so. And it also doesn't look like it's very well, how do I want to say it? Not defended, not guarded, but like created. Like it's not supposed to be for very very powerful individuals. It's not magically enchanted. It is just a stone structure with a couple of bars in it. It's basically like a sheriff's saloon. As you do go to the other side, you see a small tavern named the Gilded Scorpion. It seems to be relatively relaxed. There is a bit of noise that emanates from inside, some music that is being played, but for the most part, there are maybe one or two tieflings that are outside. As you go a little bit further, you crest up to the top where a stone bridge by a 150-foot long, 20-foot wide bridge. You see several guards at the very entrance and the other side of it as well, probably a good 12 across the entirety of the bridge, just ensuring that people either don't fall off because there are no railings, and also that only officials get by. You see the guard that is leading you gives them a nod. They salute, and he walks you across, still maintaining, kind of looking back every so often to make sure that you're not just jumping.
Whee!
You get the feeling that there have been a lot of mistakes made, and they are not allowing it to happen anymore. The keep itself is a fortress of stone. There appears to be limited space, at least outside in the courtyard, as most of it is completely filled with materials. It is filled with various odds and ends, packs, wagons, carts, anything that you can possibly think of that would be required for the expedition here. But several tents, however, have been erected in this courtyard, but they also appear to be filled with nothing but crates and barrels of supplies. As you look a little bit further forward on another spire of stone, there is an obelisk, very similar to the one that you saw Sea's snakes put the amber towards. Though this one is complete, it is maintained, and it appears to be inert. As you do walk into the main keep itself, it is cramped. It is tightly packed with various odds and corridors, and it doesn't seem to be useful for loitering. There are very few guards present here, but you do spot one at the beginning of a couple of doors, as well as one that has the door blown wide open, and behind a small table, very much like a war general's table, you see another tiefling, very similar kind of white skin. This one is a little bit more off-pale. And as you get a little bit closer, let me find that really quickly. You are deposited, essentially, by the guards as they set you upright at this individual. Finishes writing what he is writing, looks up. And who might you be?
The people that saved Rumbleton and are going to the pyramid.
He stands. Well then. Appreciate it. He is very important to this expedition. And you said you yourself wish to go to this as well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right. Well, I will give you just a little bit then, at least of what I know. The caravan will depart for the pyramid tomorrow morning. If you are expected to join it, I hope that you will be going with us as opposed to on your own.
Oh,
I
yes,
assume
going with.
You did not bring any supplies with you in the airship.
We planned on joining with you.
Good. Once at the pyramid, we will stake out and we will spend a week exploring the structure using rotating shifts where delvers enter every other day. And then at the end of the week, we will assess the progress. During this break, caravans will transport gathered treasure back to Kunatin Keep, back here. We will resupply and then return to the pyramid. This will repeat as many times as needed to fully explore and secure the pyramid. We expect this to take a month, based on our immediate findings of how large this structure is.
Okay.
Additionally, once you arrive at the pyramid, you are to meet a Karati named Mantel Darsk. They have been appointed as your licensed superior and guide, as you are one of the last few to arrive at this expedition. You will be with Group 7. And you are to follow all of that behests.
Understood.
Understood.
By rule, all delvers to this temple must be accompanied by a senior seeker during this expedition. These are responsible for keeping a detailed inventory of any treasure that is found inside. We are having no one taking their own share. You'll be given your share after this is done. Any questions?
When do we start?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning we leave.
Understood.
The travel should take about 3 days. Give or take, we have slow members of our expedition, but we shouldn't. You all made it here, and even though you made it here with ship, you seem very capable. I have no doubt that you will not fall behind.
What's the
Where
name
can
of the
we find
individual
the-
we... Oh, sorry. I was just checking what the name of the individual we were supposed to report to was. Noting it down.
Mantel Darsk. Let me copy it for you.
Thank you. Oh, I did get that
Before
right first time.
Before I forget, what was the name of the person that the letter the Sultana gave me for an introduction in Ogrilla was?
They didn't give you a name.
I thought she said she had a point of contact.
Yes. But I don't believe I in session gave you a name because I do not have that information.
Ah, gotcha. That's right. You said you would.
Yes.
Okay. No,
I will
my bad.
100% find that information and I will give it to you though.
That's all right. I'm just.
You're good. I know it's just the
Trying to
nature
keep
of the PDF. It's a little interesting. Like I mentioned, this is mostly going to be downtime. A lot of travel, a lot of doing things.
So, Rock, you had something as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was just asking, like, where can we find this group 7 that we are reporting to?
I do not know where they have staked outside of Kuniton Keep, but if you ask one of the head seekers, they have the ornamental guard that you've been escorted here with. They'll be able to point it out.
Excellent.
You are also free to
So we don't
explore
even get
the
to
city
stay in the
as
keep?
needed. Well, you are free to explore the city as needed. There is a bit of time left over before only residents allowed. And besides, I expect this to be a day of merriment. For we leave tomorrow morning, and I have been up to my neck in paperwork. I still can't believe someone jumped from the bridge.
Is that why your guards have been so antsy?
I'm trying to keep face.
I'm not criticizing you, I was just... That
Yes.
explains some things.
Yes.
Seems like an awful long way to travel just to throw yourself off the bridge.
Drunk men do what drunk men do. Another reason why we no longer have any ale.
Ah,
So,
that explains seems a lot.
Yes. Much to my own chagrin, I could use some tiefling fire arrow right now. Though, if there are no more questions, I just require names. We don't want anyone lost in this temple. We do not want anyone missing, and those that do, we need to be accounted for.
Frederick Amir.
He pulls out a bit of parchment, kind of like scoots some things over. You see his desk is just completely cluttered and scattered with paperwork, but he writes it down. Next.
Zephiric Light Feather.
Next.
Indriali.
Argok Cesar.
Oh.
He starts writing and then hesitates for a moment, looks up at you. Long way from home.
Indeed. Though I
Very
spent
glad to
many
have you.
years wandering the wastes.
Very glad to have you. I might actually talk with our scouts and see if they would need another.
I offer you my services in full.
And apologies, Indriali.
I don't have a surname.
Understood.
Not out of choice, I just don't know what it is.
Understood. As long as you can call by that name, we're fine. And last,
Ascanius Bull. Are we still under the obligation of protecting the other person that came on the ship with us?
no, they have been delivered. The expedition will keep watch of him. As we were supposed to when he arrived yesterday, or should have arrived yesterday. All right. He will hand you over the parchment. It says a big 7 at the top of it. And your names are on there.
Did he just refer to... Or, wait, no, I just realized. Never mind.
Yeah.
I pieced something together that...
You good? All right. You may leave. Also, you do not need to guard them. Let them explore. They're new here. One of the guards that escorted you just kind of nods and walks away. You are free to essentially do what you would like to do. But I will also say here that we will end the session. With you guys.
I wanna go
arriving
jump off the bridge.
carefully at Kunitsuki.
I knew someone was going to say it at some point. I knew it.
Really just grabbing Seth by the, like the
I was-
collar of their shirt.
I was joking.
Nope. I know.
Were you,
I know.
though?
Okay.
First of all, I never even said it in character, so why are you going? Alright.
Okay. So, with that being said, like I said, we will end the session here. Like I said, mostly downtime. I just wanted to get you to Kunitin Keep so that way you can have a little bit of exploration in the new zone. Kind of figure out what you want to do for the next area here as well.
Then walk first person to batshit insanity.
Yeah.
No, what do you
Uh,
mean? Everything's gonna be just fine.
I will also say
I feel that
the-
individual is definitely drunk.
The next session also will probably be a good bit of downtime, as you are walking to the Great Pyramid, and then also staking your claim there for the first little bit before your people are able to enter. But after that, you are effectively in a dungeon again, so...
Doesn't take long around here.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe this
Nice.
time we'll have some dragons.
Maybe that time you'll be level 5.
Ooh.
Wow.
Magical 5.
I will also just clarify, there are things for you to do in Kuniten Keep. Like, there are people to actually, like, you know, interact with and everything. It's just very regimented from the moment you step outside of the, effectively, the royal chariot to being ingratiated into the expedition proper.
Got it.
Once that is done, yeah, you guys have free reign of a good bit here. There are, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people that you can technically mention and talk to. So, and that's just what the book gives. Obviously, I can do a lot of other RP with some other fun stuff if that's what you want to do. But yeah. So, with that being said, we will do wins and wishes really quickly. We'll start with Vergook.
Could I start?
Oh.
I have to go one errand.
Yes,
That's
that's perfectly fine.
Apologies.
There you go.
I have fun with this. This is good. I like the downtime. Everyone getting a bunch of shit is always fun. The fact that we were able to do that in as little time as we did, fucking amazing.
That was very impressive.
The OP we got to do this session also was really fun. Getting some more character interactions between some of the other characters. All the favors we called in were very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot wait to find out what research I gained, what knowledge I have obtained.
Yes. More than likely, if I understand it correctly, I'm going to be giving you... So that knowledge you would have just already knew from your background.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you haven't stepped into it yet, but that's just stuff that, you know, you would be very easily able to find out. But
Okay.
the stuff that the Sultana was able to get you, it's probably going to be 3 or 4 bullet points.
Hey, that's more bullet point. That's 3 or 4 more bullet points that I already have. So we'll take that.
Okay.
With that, I'll turn my camera off. I gotta put on actual pants and on pajamas. And then I need to go to a Hobby Lobby and pick up Yon for my mother. Because she asked for it, and the Hobby Lobby out here is the only one that had royal blue.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Well, you enjoy doing that.
I won't.
Vergook, wins and wishes if you got them.
Yeah, wins. I'm glad I could show the party a little bit about the motivations of Vergook and kind of what his angle is. That was kind of a big release on how and why he asked what he asked. And then aside from that, looking forward to spending some time in the wastes and showcasing his abilities even more. And that's pretty much it. Wishes, just I think it was because I was trying to let everyone else kind of do their thing. I wasn't as involved as I probably should have. So eventually, Vargook will start interacting a little bit more with everyone.
I personally think that Vargook is going to have a little bit of a heyday with the interaction with the encampment outside of the pyramid. And then additionally, once you guys get into this pyramid, this is a dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a third of the Dungeon of Mad Mage dungeon.
Right.
For those that know this is a chunky pyramid for those that understand, like, the actual Great Pyramids and how those were laid out.
Yeah.
It is an actual pyramid.
Hey, I gotta dip now.
Yep.
Y'all have a good one.
So that's going to be really, really fun. But okay, 100%. We'll move on to Ascinius.
Do you have anything?
Okay.
I'm doing all right. I'm fond of how I'm gonna get to depths with this bottle of endless sand.
You're gonna use that in such a ridiculous way. I can already tell. It's
Yeah.
gonna be it's gonna be great, but it's gonna be funny.
Gonna barricade a door with just a mound of
I
sand.
know.
You probably could. Not to say that it would be effective,
There is,
but you probably could.
Well, it has a few different uses.
Yes. A
So-
cubic foot of sand each round. Jesus.
Each round. That's a lot of sand.
And then it expels sand at a faster rate of 5 cubic feet per round after. Oh, God.
Oh, they pushed 15 feet away from you and buried in sand. Like, it's real nice.
What the fuck? Okay.
I feel like you didn't read this item before you let me buy it.
It's available for anyone to purchase. There are 4 of them in the bazaar when the game starts. Oh my god, that's cool. I love this.
This is essentially what, like, allows me to do what I was planning, what shenanigans I was planning to do, carrying a chest full of sand around just without having to carry a chest full of sand around, you know? Like,
Yeah. The fact that this doesn't have charges.
that's what I was super confused about.
Yeah,
It's the same as the
But, I
decanter
mean,
event with
it's-
water.
It's truly endless sand.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
have charges. It's just as an action you unstop it and say something and it does it for a minute.
Yep.
That's awesome. Wow. Okay. I like that.
yeah, so I'll mess with that.
Fucking hell. Okay.
'Cause I don't have any complaints.
Frederick.
Overall, I definitely enjoyed the session. I am coming to realize one particular thing, so I guess this will be a wish, but it's more directed at me.
Okay.
I really just need to, at some point, sit down and actually work on Frederick's personality. Because currently he is cardboard. He is two-dimensional.
Yeah.
So, I'm realizing, okay, I have all of this charisma. I gotta do something with it.
To be fair,
I gotta-
it makes sense based on the spear. But, like...
Yeah, no, it makes sense, but, like, I'm just realizing, okay, I'm getting to the point now where he's opening up to people.
Yeah.
I need to actually think about his personality. I need
Yeah.
to think about who he really is underneath all of that. Especially because now he's revealed a big thing to Andrelli.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be like, okay, he's going to be way more comfortable around you. So you're probably going to be the first one to see a little bit of his personality show, and that means I actually have to give him one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll do it for me, though.
Alright. Last but definitely not least, Andrelli.
Honestly, similar thing with the conversation that was had was good. That was, yeah, getting the bit of back and forth. Hey, we're the two people who have got some very cursed things going on with us. Well, not quite cursed in Andrelli's case, but it's same as we keep saying, same two sides of the same coin, which is I want to see how this progresses. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And also, finally, this character has plate mail. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh
We
my
have more frontline characters.
Yes! She genuinely got ever since her inception was like, I want to get plate mail, I want to get plate mail, and never ever get a chance to get it. It's also a very minor win. I very much appreciate that you called her out on not giving a last name. To be fair, she hasn't lied, but I appreciate her being called out on not giving a last name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
What's
one of those
your
things where,
background? Because a lot of times with people who don't know their bad names, historically speaking, they would literally just their last name is their their
in
employee. Like so, if they're a Smith, they're a Fletcher.
yeah.
So-
She technically,
So I don't know if
she's
you have
been-
anything like that.
When
so-
she has been introducing herself as a paladin of Saloon, that is quite literally all she's ever known. Like I over the table and stuff, I don't mind basic gaming. Like her entire backstory essentially is because she's an Azamar. One of her parents, in this case her father, is a celestial who's just kind of done celestial things and gone away. And her mother died when she was very young, or specifically she was killed when she was very young.
Yes.
And she was basically found outside of a temple dedicated to Saloon, and she's been raised by that temple. She doesn't know her last name because she simply isn't old enough to know it, and whether or not this is even her name is a whole other thing, but it probably is. Like, it might be one of the last things that the people who the temple was told about her before she was given to them, basically.
I think
So
you might know yourself as either Indrieli, Priest of Saloon, or Indrieli of Saloon.
yes, I think
That
it'd be Indrieli
might-
of Saloon.
That might be
Yeah.
just the long form name, but I think it is really interesting that you pointed it out, because from me, right, there was twofold. One is just who this person is. He is up to his neck in all of this paperwork of trying to like make sure that this huge expedition, this big, like world-ending, world-shattering thing of like, oh, we're finally going into one of these pyramids, runs smoothly. So I also heard, because someone like spoke at the same time you did.
Yeah.
So I only heard Indriel, and then I heard the rest of the other one. So I'm like, okay, he also only heard that. So just assumed, what was the last name?
Yeah. It's like, no last name. Yeah. Which is fun.
So.
But yeah, I think that's all I've got. I'm excited to get into the temple. Yeah. Indrieli can probably maybe for once put together for her actually bodyguarding Seth. The one thing she agreed to do, maybe put it to work.
I will also say a quick win and a quick wish here. Win, you guys finally got to Gunnitten Keep. This is essentially where the adventure starts proper. Remember how I mentioned like you can either start at level 1, 3, or 5? If you started at level 3, you would be here. If you start at level 5, you are already at the Great Pyramid when shit hits the fan.
Got it.
Noted.
That gives you an idea of what's about to happen in the next maybe 3 sessions.
Yeah, so the fact that you guys did all of the preamble and everything there, you now have significantly more context than someone who would just want to skip to level 5. So thank you for going on that journey with me. Welcome to Chapter 1 proper. You're no longer in the prelogue.
Woo. Nice.
But yeah, I will also say just as a quick wish, I wish that downtime could be facilitated in something that's a little bit more engaging. Because it always feels weird running an entire session of primarily nothing but downtime. I usually try to like tail end a session off in downtime and then start in downtime to kind of like, facilitate you're still doing something. But I am glad that you guys are still enjoying yourself.
So we need like the Pathfinder downtime activity sheet.
No,
Like,
seriously.
something like that. Yeah. Like, because it's yes, we can. It doesn't limit us to what we can do, but sometimes people will be like, "Oh, actually, I would like to do this thing that's on this sheet and explore that." Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I believe in Xanathar's a list like
Is there something in
that
Xanathar's?
does exist.
I'm gonna check my book.
But yeah. With that
Not
being
digging up
said,
my Xanathars.
No, you're
Yeah,
There's
it's like,
so
oh,
many
oh,
other
oh.
books on top of it. I need a bookshelf.
Very useful.
yes.
Alright, well, I think I know what I'm doing while you guys do your Saturday evening session.
Oh, just figuring
Yeah.
out, Frederick.
Just doing that as well as like moving around some stuff in here so I can have a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, fair enough.
But yeah.
Yeah, downtime revisited. I see that 123.
123. You found the glossary faster than I did.
No, I looked at the contents page. To be fair.
That explains a lot. So, okay. Downtime activities. Buying a magic item. Carousing. Crafting a magic item. Crime.
I love
Gambling.
Uh-huh.
Pit fighting. Relaxation. Research. Scribing a spell scroll. Selling a magic item.
that. Yeah.
And training. Training is actually on here,
Wow. Okay, that's actually quite neat.
as is work. I didn't know training was on here. Yeah, the thing that I actually utilize,
Yeah.
is significantly more dumbed down.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Does blackmailing a family into giving their prized armor possession away for free fall into the crimes section?
I would
of,
consider
the
that to be
downtime?
crime.
I did no such thing for blackmailing. That was the Satana. Well, the Vizier.
Yeah, but it's still technically categorized as like a blood money artifact or like
So
ill-gotten.
I actually want to point this out. This actually makes sense because of what Adreali did. So crime. This activity gives a
No.
character the chance to make some extra cash at the risk of arrest. A character must spend a week and at least 25 gold gathering information on potential targets on committing the intended crime, but then you make a DC. If you succeed, using either perception, stealth, or deception or investigation, then you get either 50 gold, 100 gold, 200 gold, or 1,000 gold. And you kinda did that.
I know.
Just significantly more streamlined and through someone who has
Yep.
way more influence.
It's,
I'm gonna say, like, more official channels, thankfully.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, that is
So
indeed
it
Oh,
was
it's-
sanctioned. It was pretty much sanctioned thievery.
Exactly. Look, Indrali under under her current influence is like, if she figured this out, we'd probably be a little like, ooh, not sure if I necessarily agree with what's happened here. But no, if it had been the other influence Indrali gets, she'd be like, yeah, that's great, no issues.
All right.
Which will probably be how she'll deal with it anyway.
Mhm.
But no, it's good.
With that being said, though, I will end the recording. I will start up